Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
Before we get into it, I remind you to leave a like on the episode, subscribe to the channel, go check out the other shows on the network. After like a month of like, not spoiling it, but teasing it a little bit, the Ty Jerome teed up episode is finally out. Go check that out. And then I dropped an episode that was uneventful, but fun.
What does that mean?
I didn't have a guest or anything.
Oh.
It's just me for 50 minutes. Even no producer Greg, just me, 50 minutes straight, just boom.
Where Greg was at?
He was there. He just was in a different spot, so he didn't have his microphone set up, yada, yada, yada. So, but he was working, don't worry. He was still on the clock. He just didn't have his stuff set up.
I want to give a big shout out to the St. Patrick's.
You see I'm wearing my green, right?
You in your green?
That was not on purpose.
Big shout out to the Shamrocks, man. We ended up finishing 3rd place downstate. Good time, wonderful time. Obviously, I went out there to get the first.
Yes, everybody did.
If we was first, I wouldn't be here. They not about to play, but they play today. And yeah, that's it. That's a wrap.
They play again?
Who?
You said they play today?
The
the championship is today.
Championship.
Okay.
That's baby bro's high school career.
It's crazy
like that.
We can't watch them on TV.
You could have watched on TV,
but like not on the Chicago Sports Network, right?
Well, yeah, because you don't have.
I don't have an antenna.
Yeah.
You used to be able to watch all the state tournament games on TV. Like they would just all be on, but now you literally can't.
They do it.
I mean, you can just go get the antenna.
True.
It's $20.
That's true. I just really haven't thought about buying an antenna. It's so crazy that you have to buy an antenna to watch Chicago.
I mean, yeah, it is ridiculous, but also it's $20.
Yeah, I just got to remember to go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was on that a lot. I mean, even like when the tickets for the game, it's like for that game.
Yeah.
It used to be, it's just all these teams playing one day.
Watch, yeah.
But now you get like a session, and like they clear out, and they charging for that seat multiple
That's crazy.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they trying to
It
really
usually
run it
be
up.
like you just need a ticket and you
good. Yeah,
You
because the building is so big that it was not full. It wasn't full at all. You know what I'm saying? It's a college arena, and these are high school teams driving hours away. But yeah.
Did they have a St. Pat's bus, like for students?
The first game, yeah.
Okay.
The first game, it was packed.
Yeah.
Not where we sat, but like they had little areas at the down, and both sides was packed. It was a real good game. And then that fourth quarter, they just kind of crumbled. And yeah, so
Fan of the show. Shout out to Jack. I guess I'm rooting for them now.
Jack, yeah,
For Brother Rice.
Oh, they made it to the championship?
He went to our school.
Yeah. And he had a big shot at the end of the third. That was when the momentum shifted.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
But yeah.
15 points, all threes.
I'm proud of
he
EJ,
play?
man.
What
He's a
position,
guard.
Jack? He a guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Proud of EJ, man. Y'all going to Jack Tosh at this season? Now that EJ not in it, y'all going to the Christmas tournament?
It depends on my schedule. I'm not going every day.
No.
Right.
I'm not going every day.
That was
but-
definitely fun
To
to go.
see EJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna still go to some St. Pat's games too, just not.
Everyone.
I'm gonna go to the convenient ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's definitely a void that's gonna be missed. Like I was going for the last 4 years, Tuesday, Friday. It was a grind. I knew I always had the Riverside Brookfield tournament, the Jack Tosh tournament, the Notre Dame versus St. Pat's games.
How's EJ morale after, the first game?
To be honest, the crazy thing is I can't tell you. I didn't see him.
Oh, okay.
Didn't see him. It was very like professional. They played. We got there. Me, my dad, and Kim got there. Didn't talk to EJ. He was already there the day before with the team, and they stood in their own hotel. We stood in our hotel. Our hotel was on campus, on the middle of campus, on the Bussin Street, Green Street. Their shit was like off. I'm like, oh, they did that on purpose. I told EJ like, yeah, they ain't want y'all on Green Street with all that. And yeah, they lost and they sat by themselves in the arena as a team and watched the second game, and then they left as a team.
Second game was so bad.
And
I had to get out of there,
like
bro.
6-7 in the first quarter.
Damn.
And then yeah, he went off to the hotel. Never seen him. My dad talked to him for like 3 minutes in the car, because they was watching film, and then, yeah. It was a vibe, though. Me and my pop stayed out late on the little college town, walking around, went to a bar, drunk some Blue Moon. It was cool. It's just kind of crazy that's it.
Yeah.
It went by so fast. I still remember when EJ was a little baby boy, So now
Time flies.
one of us got to have a son, and then we'll do this again.
Or one of our daughters could do it too.
Yeah.
That's very true. That is very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. I just don't know if any of y'all got the patience.
My Avery, she walked in when I was watching Thunder versus Celtics, and she was asking, "Who's that?" And St. Patrick's time, and my wife is Irish, so she's, it's Shamrock. I'm like, cool. And she said, "Who's that?" And I was like, "It's the Thunder." And now every day when she see me watch basketball, she's like, "Is that the Thunder?"
Yeah.
We breed with Thunder
kids
fans,
do.
I guess.
Is that her way of becoming a Thunder fan?
Maybe, but she don't watch. She just walk in, see that I'm watching, ask if it's
But
the
that
Thunder.
name Thunder may intrigue her.
Yeah, maybe.
Does Thunder wake her up at night? Last
Maybe
night,
it was just the aura of Shea.
yeah,
That
that's
she's
true.
like, I need to. No, the Thunder didn't wake her up at all. She
Last night was
chill.
the first time I seen her wake up Ivy. It went off, and then we saw movement on the monitor, and she was laying there with her eyes open. And I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
that was that loud? You even got your voice, the sound thing on, and still woke you up.
Damn. All right, well, let's get into Drop the Mic.
A new generation of Toyota drivers are here, and they want you to know one thing. You can't stop my drive. Toyota, let's go places. Today's Drop the Mic presented by Toyota. What does being the best player on the best team actually get you? And maybe I'm looking a little too hard into it, but
It can get you Coco Jones.
that's it.
I don't know. Shout out Donovan Mitchell, though.
What do you mean?
Are you just talking about like in Nikola Jokic's sake? Just because he is
Not
the best
e-
player
not
on the
even
best
that.
team?
Not even
Well, he's
that.
not on
I
the
just-
best team, but like
to me, always growing up, I felt like the best player on the best team. I think it means something in terms of like, obviously you're doing your job and you're the number one seed. It don't really guarantee. It don't guarantee an MVP.
It's not supposed to.
It used to, though. Like, honestly, some of the first MVPs in NBA history, like, I remember reading, like, through the first 20 or so years, like 86% or something like that. High 80% of MVPs were best player, best team. They also had, like, fucking 5 teams. So,
Yeah.
so it was probably hard not to be best player, best team if you're really that good.
I mean, one thing is, I guess, it guarantees you for Shea and OKC more TV time. You get to be on the Astros.
They're not the best team, are they?
No,
I thought
right
the
now
Cavaliers-
it's the
I mean,
Cavs. It's the Cavs.
I feel like it shifts between them two.
I feel like the last 2 weeks.
I mean, these
so
dudes
it's-
ain't missed a game as far as, like, having a bad game in
The
a month.
Cavs on a
Yeah,
what?
the
16.
the 16 games.
Yeah, they've been the best team
They
for-
They have been the best team.
Yeah, 3 games above OKC as far as total
3?
wins go. Yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, right now, nothing. It doesn't get you anything. I mean, maybe you get a little bit more respect. I think Donovan Mitchell probably makes All NBA second team, I would assume.
I was gonna say it don't even get you all the NBA first team guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be surprised
Unless
honestly,
you
if he
really-
makes it or doesn't make it on first team.
Unless you are one of those guys. I mean, historically, one of those guys is like last year's best team was the Celtics, right? Regular season wise. And Tatum was first team. And even the
Yep.
second team, you had the Thunder and Shea was first team. It's just when you have a collection of talent like the Cleveland Cavaliers that don't have like a true 1A super duper star, then it doesn't get you anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be that way too. When we were younger, I feel like, and I'm not saying it's like an indefinite thing or that it wasn't some substitutes to this, but a lot of the teams were kind of one player centric. So when Iverson went to the finals with that 76er team and they were so good, it was like Iverson. So you were the most valuable. I think in today's game, we have a lot more teams that there's multiple stars per team. There used to be like you at least got one star. Now in today's game, I feel like every team is starting to get to you have a 2. You have a Batman and Robin on every single team. That wasn't always the case. So I think when a lot of these teams have this high power success, it ain't always dependent on this one player. Like the Cavs are, no disrespect to Donovan Mitchell, because we know he is elite, but they are a really good team. Like we all here could give our favorite player from that team, and it could be different. You know what I mean? Y'all could be Donovan, we could be Evan Mobley.
I'm Evan Mobley for
You know what I mean? So it's like, and even with the Celtics, that for a long time it was like people were saying they like Brown more than they like Tatum. And now, even outside of those two, there was a lot of people that look at the impact of Darrick White and Drew Holiday. You know what I mean? And when Porzingis plays, it's like, damn, you got a 7-3 sniper who shoot 40% from three. The Laker game, Al Horford was the most impactful guy on that time. The Thunder, now in this narrative-driven thing, Chet had missed a lot of time. But in their natural state, Oklahoma City is a really good team. Shea is the guy. He's their best player. He's playing phenomenal. But they do have a really good team. I think the only guy that really is like, is maybe Jokic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it a maybe. I mean, you will get the nights like last night. He got the game winner against the
That's
Lakers.
why, because Jamal Murray on any given night plays like a...
He plays like an all-star level
He's a
talent.
perfect Batman, or he's a perfect Robin to Jokic.
But I also do believe,
in a way.
and I know they love Jamal. He got them a championship and everything. But if they could substitute Jamal for a real all-star,
Yeah.
they would do that 100% of the
Oh,
time.
for sure.
Because even he's a great Robin, but he's also a great Robin to the best Batman that can possibly exist. So
It's like
Even
if
now,
they could have got Dame or Donovan Mitchell, they would have did that in a heartbeat.
Donovan Mitchell for sure.
You don't.
I'm just talking.
Oh. Giannis got your boy now.
Yeah, I remember like early in my life that like if you can somehow have 2 top 20 players in the world, championship, you're championship bound. And now you can have teams with 2 top 20 players, even 2 top 10 players. You think about the Lakers before the Luka trade. It's like it didn't matter.
Suns.
The Suns have 2 top.
I mean, the Lakers still have it.
Well, yeah, they do.
They
They traded top 10 for top 5.
Yeah.
But this Lakers has been playing better than...
The Suns are a perfect example. They got 2 top 10-ish. I'm going to do it again, top 10-ish. Devin Booker's probably like, 13, 14 maybe. Either way, players in the league, and they might not have a single postseason game at all. Like, that's insane. And that type of talent, historically, just by having a top-end talent was enough to make some type of noise.
But you also, they teams suck.
It's
too.
bad, bro.
And,
the vibes are awful, too.
Yeah, and also you have to get some effort on the defensive side of the ball. You can have that talent, but you got to do the other things too. Well, at least you got to have the right players that's going to do the other things at an elite level.
So it's not about having that talent then?
Not really, no. You can't just throw talent on the paper always and think it's going to translate
And I
to
would have thought
wins.
the league done learned that by now.
Well, no new owner understands that. Every new owner comes in and is like, you know what, we're going to make the biggest trade in the history of basketball. We're going to do it every single time. We're going to trade for Kevin Durant. We're going to trade away Luka Doncic for stupid reasons. And now you look at like the Minnesota Timberwolves and them, you know, they finally are getting their stuff situated. I'm afraid for them. I'm genuinely afraid for them. Now, I think right now their ceiling as a team is not very high.
Are you saying because they traded Cat?
No, because they might do another huge ass trade with this new owner coming in, and it might be it might always be Kevin Durant. New owner, go get Kevin Durant. New owner, go get Kevin Durant. But that scares me just a little bit because a lot of time you're mortgaging the future.
You put Kevin Durant on that team, it's going to be much better than what Phoenix did.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because
But it
Anthony
seemed
Edwards
like
is a different player.
the report that came out this week was like when they were
I'm
talking.
saying because of the surrounding pieces.
Oh, true.
Devin Booker and Anthony Edwards, they're in the same realm to me. It ain't like whoever you're going to take it, they ain't light year. You might have a person that say Devin Booker, but he ain't going to say that he light years above Anthony Edwards, and I don't think nobody can say that Anthony Edwards is light years above
No, it's
Devin
close
Booker.
for sure. But
Yeah,
I do think Ant took that crown as best shooting guard.
I think we all put him on there.
And then and now like Book was number 1 for like 2 to 3 years straight.
Yeah.
I mean,
And now you can argue he's number 3 now.
Yeah.
Behind
I
Donovan.
just think
Still
Mitchell.
damn good enough
Yeah.
to win it with.
I just think
It's
also
again, it's
defensively,
the
I think
surrounding
Anthony Edwards
pieces.
just brings a lot. Especially when you're talking about he's going to want to guard the other team's best players. A lot. When they played the Nuggets, he wanted Jamal Murray. Like that. Those are the type of matchups that Anthony Edwards seek for and he wants, and he's willing to take pride in taking those matchups.
I was looking forward to that for the Suns this year because in the Olympics, Devin Booker was the glue guy.
Yeah.
And obviously his role has to
Yeah,
shift
just
because it's
shift,
Devin
yeah.
Booker.
Yeah.
But I think we got a lot less than that glue guy than I expected for Devin Booker this season.
Well, yeah, because now
been-
he has to be the one.
It's been, and it's crazy enough, like, and that's why I kind of feel for Bradley Beal because out of all this, I see him try to be that glue guy that, like, I'm going to make the extra pass. I'm going to do the little things.
He could have
But he's
glued
just
his
not
ass
that
up out of
person.
there.
He's just not that
Did y'all
person
see his
to do
quote
it.
from a couple days ago?
Yes,
he
that
looking
was.
good.
Hold on, I can read it. This is insane to me. I enjoy the game, man. The game is fun. I try not to let nobody take the joy out of it for me. It's very hard. It's hard. We're all human beings, man. We have every right to shut down. He also goes on to say, I'm still playing in the NBA. I still have the best job in the world. I still have my no trade clause. So I'm smiling every day.
Hey, I saw a viral tweet that was like, he pretty much just said, nah, boo, boo, you can't trade me. And I'm just like, bro.
I saw that too.
That's
yeah.
exactly what he pretty
For
much just said.
It seemed like he's trying to intently piss somebody off.
Yeah.
I still have my no, seriously, you don't say that just
You don't say that
Randomly.
just
I've never heard that before.
no.
never.
And it's crazy. He's willing to make things uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I remember when we talked about it before, and people was like, "That'll be real weird for him to not."
I've never seen that before. Somebody wants to trade. I only thought that would be the case if they were trying to
Send him somewhere bogus.
where it would be like, this is career, this is the career killer place we're sending you to. But nah, he wasn't traded to a Utah or like a Charlotte or, places that guys like him probably wouldn't want to be. It was like,
I don't want to go to Miami.
Yeah, 3-team trade over here or there, and we'll figure out the rest of the logistics. And he was just like, nah.
No, don't even put that on the table. Now
Crazy.
going back to the Kevin Durant thing, did y'all see that in the Wolves and Suns talk, Jaden McDaniels wasn't in it at all?
It's Anthony Edwards, right?
No, well, no. It was.
Because why do they come out and say Anthony Edwards and Jaden won't be in? Like, duh.
It makes
Well,
you
I
think
guess
like
you can't say duh after Luka.
that means it has to be, of course,
Randall.
Randall, but also Rudy Gobert. That's the only way you can really get it there, unless you really flipping the entirety what you got back in the cat trade.
Yeah, it was like Dante, Julius, some picks.
Interesting, man.
That's
I don't know how I would feel with that Rudy.
Yeah, you got to keep Rudy.
You
That was
gotta
my
keep
thing.
Rudy.
Have to keep
That was my
Yeah.
thing with what he was saying. I think Anthony Edwards is able to give you what he gives you defensively because he does have the talent and the skill, but also
You can play so aggressively when your back end is that elite.
that's why
Yeah.
we saw Devin Booker tap into that in USA because as a team you have so much support
It was
around you.
Anthony Davis
Anthony
and Bam
Davis
back
and
there.
Bam.
It's like, yeah, we can be aggressive as we need to be.
But when I got Yusuf Nurkic,
Goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, Nurkic is definitely falling off. It's sad to see.
His name gonna come up later with a segment that I got.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I want to talk about that Denver Nuggets the OKC versus Boston Celtics game from a few nights ago. Two best teams in basketball. It was a good win. It was a fun one. You saw the Celtics break the record for most threes attempted in a half, and they tied the total record for most threes made. You saw Chet Holmgren have a huge game. Cason Wallace overall box score wasn't too crazy, but his impact was insane. You got everybody performing well for OKC, and they walk out of there. Out of Boston with a victory. How did y'all see that
This is why
game?
I was saying that before. I didn't really like the double big lineup with Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein just because I feel like it kind of clunked things up a little bit. But when they have the small ball and he's a legit center, he could do a lot of the things that make him Chet. And that's like putting the ball on the ground, putting it in it, like grabbing it off the board and taking it in transition, just being a factor on the offensive end more. And I thought that was one of just the small turning points in the game is his impact alongside Shea just doing MVP type things.
I thought it was very impressive that OKC, no J-Dub, came out and they beat the Celtics. And I thought Jaylen Brown being in foul trouble throughout this whole game.
Jaylen Brown may have had his worst game of the year.
and
Like, it was that bad.
He kind of neutralized the fact that they didn't have J-Dub by him being in foul trouble and not being able to close out the game.
Yeah.
He pretty much he gave them what they wanted.
Make it even, fellas.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
what
crazy.
he did. And I thought Tatum and Shea did a good job of they both put on the show that
Yeah.
night.
They did.
And Tatum's just been on the burner, Shea's been on the burner. And for them to do it on that type of stage at that type of level, it was very fun to watch.
I walked away saying, man, like, we know what Chet, J-Dub, and Shea can be. And when you started to talk about X Factors, for me, it's Lou Dort. Like, when Lou Dort makes the shots,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just, that's going to be my thing, man. And I know people want more. They want things to feel more complicated and not be as dull as, man, he got to make his shots. And I get it. There can be, depending on the matchup, more things that aren't so surface level. But when Lou Dort, he probably made like the first 2 threes or so of that game. I can't remember.
He had
It
that
was-
one bucket where I forget, maybe it was Darrick White or Drew Holiday, but he just put his shoulder into somebody and got a layup. And I'm like, if he's
He
doing
is
stuff
strong.
like, if
He
he's
is
doing
very
stuff
strong.
like that, then it's just like you have to give up something. And Lou Dort is a person that's like having that impact. It's like it's not much we can do.
Is my wires in cross? Is this the game when Lou Dort missed the dunk and then got his own rebound and shot a 3 on the same possession? Or is that the Denver game? I'm not sure if
I
this
don't
happened
remember.
this game or the previous game.
It's definitely easy to blend the
That's
games.
a Nuggets game.
That was the Nuggets game?
right?
Okay.
I can't remember. I know a play. I can't remember which one.
You know
it
exactly what I'm
was, though.
talking about. Those
Yeah.
left. I don't know. Let me look it up. Lou Dort missed dunk. I bet it's the first thing to come up because how often is somebody? Yep, it was the Nuggets.
It was the
that
Nuggets game?
There we
Okay.
go. But no, yeah, because teams are. I've been reading a lot because damn it, it's hard to keep up with 30 NBA teams.
Reading is the best form too.
It really is.
Tired of people talking in these mics.
When they were saying like, okay, when you think about guarding a player in a pick and roll, how many different options do you really have? Right? You have drop coverage, you have blitz,
Ice.
and you have ice. Basically, those are the three that they talked about in this article, and they showed
Or
the
switch.
percentage points. Yeah, but they kind of put that with like
Or you have also fight over.
we just talked these numbers from this
Yeah,
article.
yeah.
They gave you the percentage points. When you drop on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as you can imagine, he's in the 98th percentile because why would you do that for Shai?
Yeah.
When you switch, he's in this percentile because he's that good. The only time where the OKC's offense drops off is when you blitz, which makes sense because you force him to get the ball out of his hands a lot of the time. And in every stat, he's 95 to 100 percentile, unless you blitz where he's 40 percentile. And obviously that's not him. That's the team
others.
offense.
Yeah.
And I just think about it, like you said, just Lou Dort making shots matter.
100%.
Prime example of that.
Yeah.
You blitz, that means now you playing 4-on-3. You playing 4-on-3, and maybe the corners are the thing that's going to be open. Lou Dort sitting in that corner. Boom, Lou Dort hits some shots. Kenrich Williams comes up big in this game, hit a few shots. Isaiah Joe hit some shots. Everybody hit shots except for
I think this is
our
where
boy
Aaron Wiggins.
Aaron Wiggins has 0 shots.
I think this also comes into play with just what you need from J-Dub come playoff time if they're blitzing too. He can relieve a lot of that pressure, and if they're blitzing, a lot of times it's 4-on-3, and he could take advantage of that. And again, he's so young, but you need him to have a successful playoff run.
But luckily they do. I think I said they have Chet now, and like Chet is one of those dudes where he can attack a slow-footed big.
When he is
can
aggressive,
catch
it
a
changes
shoot.
everything.
He can post up on smalls. Like Chet has his offensive bag where he can kind of do a lot, and he can alleviate a lot of that pressure from that blitz. So you just can't. He's not one of those dudes you could just disrespect and be like, we just gonna leave him, because Chet can go out there and get 30 if you really just let him.
He got that mindset too.
Yes.
Like he wants you to know that he's one of the best players on the court, and he's
Facts.
gonna do whatever it takes to do that offensively and defensively.
I like that Lou Dort kind of plays with that mindset too. If you
All
are
defensive
gonna,
player, and then
if you're gonna pretty much dare me to be an offensive threat, I'm gonna be an offensive threat. Now, it might not always translate to buckets, but at least I will say he stays aggressive and he stays locked in.
Yeah, I think Chet is the second best player.
I do too. I think that's been like a conversation a little bit of who is it. To me, is Chet from like there's both sides of the ball.
Yeah. I had said that coming into the
I
season
just
that
can't.
he would really take over that, being that second
oh,
option.
did we make
type
some?
of guy.
Did we bet?
What?
Did
That
we
Chet
bet
would- Chet would be the
Who's going
second
to average
option?
more points?
Yeah, who would average more points?
Was it average more points, or who would be the second option?
Either way, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is. True. who averages? Well, Chet missed so much time.
Even with his time played, they don't count stats when he ain't
true.
playing.
But yeah, but he also didn't have.
Zero, zero,
But he
zero.
also didn't have time to put up numbers. J-Dub was putting up
J-Dub
numbers.
was an all-star before Chet got injured.
I think Chet probably would end up being an all-star too.
That's fair
Maybe,
enough.
but we talking about counted stats, ain't we?
Y'all made y'all bet.
We made a bet, and J-Dub is winning that bet.
You're right.
I think it was for $6,000.
Speaking of bet, where the fuck is
KV,
Where's
I
my
think it was
wine?
for
you
I
cutting
wouldn't-
it short.
It
It
was
was
12.
60,000.
I ain't pull up with your wine. I'm sorry.
Oh, what'd y'all bet on?
We bet.
He
We did a
must've been
last bet
drinking
on the
some
Knicks
wine.
game.
He was feeling himself because Scoot Henderson made some layups. And
Oh,
Mikal
that was on
Bridges-
Twitter or?
Yeah.
On Twitter.
Okay.
Mikal Bridges had to tell him, boy.
Scoot
go-
Henderson was hooping though.
He
Go get
was
my-
hooping.
go get
Him
my-
and Denny.
He was, but he waited to the last minutes to talk trash.
No, we did it at OT. We did it at start OT. He said, bet.
Oh, you should have known that OT was gonna go to the more experienced team, though.
We did win at the buzzer, though.
Yeah, they
True,
win. They
true,
won on
true,
the buzzer.
true.
And you know what's crazy? I started play developing.
You did? I did.
And then the
you see
moment
the thing-
Mikal shot the shot,
It was like,
I'm just like, it looked good. I was like, it looked so good. And it just cashed. And I'm
isn't
like,
it? It's a feel.
I don't know how
see
you
it.
could feel a
Yeah.
game winner coming, but sometimes you just see it happening, bro.
It developed too good. Josh
Yes.
Hart came up, threw it back to him. He's doing his legs kicked.
Yes,
and
his
everything.
legs kicked and
Like a
everything.
green
Yes,
release.
like a green
release. And it
That's
was
how I
like,
felt when that Kevin Durant hit that shot to go to OT when it was
Against
like a
the
second.
the Nuggets.
Oh,
Devin Booker
yeah.
You just
perfectly
felt like
Yes.
that shit was
yeah.
going in.
Yeah.
How did y'all feel about KD's 3 against Memphis?
Which one?
One they were down 2, and he instead of
this?
it was this week. They played Memphis earlier this week. KD took a top of the key 3 after Memphis turned the ball over, instead of getting to the basket or getting to a 2 and forcing OT. He went for a game. It was a game where he
Okay.
had
How much
hit
time
like,
is on the clock? I didn't watch the
Oh,
game.
it was like 9 seconds.
Okay.
And he just took a 3. They lost.
It was in Memphis, right?
I think so.
No shot clock? So
No.
it's just okay.
Because Memphis had turned the ball over. So KD then was able to come down. And then he essentially just said, I'm taking a shot. If we win, we win. If we lose, and it is what it is.
That's that effing mentality.
What do you
kinda
think?
like-
I don't. What do you think about it?
I'm always not in favor of doing that.
Okay.
Because, like,
Even if it is Kevin Durant.
Was it
He
home
was-
or away?
he was on a burner that day.
I believe
don't-
it was.
I can't remember where
I believe
it
it was in Memphis.
He was on
If
a
it was
burner
in
that day.
Memphis, a
You
lot
go
of
for the
times you
win.
go for the win.
Yeah.
I don't want to go OT. I want to shut this building down. I don't even want to give you a chance.
I don't even remember if they had a timeout or not.
Okay.
But also, sometimes coaches let players rock out and they kind of trust them. I seen Steve Kerr do that with Steph Curry. Obviously, that's Steph Curry, and this is KD. So like,
that's a good option too.
So sometimes I do be like, "Damn, coach, you ain't gonna call a timeout,"
Yeah.
and like try to draw something up. But I'm not really in favor of taking a 3 all the time when you're up 2, when you down 2. Like, let's try to get the best shot available, and I don't think that was the best shot available.
Yeah, I missed.
I
that
understand it's 9 seconds, but I feel like with 9 seconds you can get a lot, especially when you're KD.
Yeah.
one. Speaking of that, while we here, do you want to give us Meals Mans of the Week? Or can I guess it?
Who is it?
Is it Ja?
That's crazy.
Man, Ja been on.
Ja been on the
crazy.
burner.
That's
That's crazy.
Bro, then no, that's,
He
that's
didn't
a
hit-
perfect
he
move.
For the
didn't
cat. That's crazy.
He didn't hit
really
two-
did.
He didn't hit like 2 game winners.
He heard you say that.
He dropped
that-
44
44
last
last
night.
He heard
night.
you say that
Didn't
dumbass
win.
shit
Didn't
you
matter,
said.
though.
Didn't matter.
He heard that dumbass shit. He said, "Man, I think this Jaren Jackson Jr. team." No disrespect to Jaren Jackson Jr.
And in that game, well, shit, he's on a real burner.
Yes, he
These stats go. But like in that game against Phoenix, I was watching, he dropped 29, 12 assists, 4 rebounds. In the game against Utah the other day, he had 28, 7. That's the game where he had the big top of the key 3, late, cash. And then in this game against Cleveland, he pretty much tried to will them into this game. He had 44 points. But Cleveland defense in that fourth quarter was just a little too much.
They always turn it up. I
It
think they
was-
started the third quarter with like 11-0 run too,
Yes.
which is just the Cavs way. Behind the scenes, they asked a question: how does one qualify for Meals Mans of the Week?
It honestly is just like a player that really catches my eye. I like moments, but also I like to show some love to role players or guys who maybe I've been critical of. Like when Bam was being aggressive offensively,
Yep.
I felt like that was someone who was very warranted of the award. Ja Morant was someone also who I was critical of, saying that it was Jaren Jackson's team. I felt like he's really turned it up late, and he's giving you multiple 30-point games in a row. Had a big 44-point game. That's something that really qualifies. Or even like a role player who maybe have stepped out a little bit. Like they've really blossomed and they had a crazy week. Like Austin Reeves is now someone that's on my radar.
37
He had
last night?
37 last night. So now I got to note that and be like, bet he's someone that I really got
He
to
got
tune.
7
That
days
L-
to average
Put
that.
that L down.
He had an L.
Put
He
that
did.
L
When he
down.
He
mattered.
did, but this is an
The
individual
West Bay
award.
Lakers played well last night. You know, they
We
made it
did.
competitive.
We
Or
did.
Dalton Connect could be someone also that's
What's
on the radar.
more-
We missing Gabe Vincent. Come on, now.
What's more important? A person that's already in the atmosphere, or what about somebody like Scoot with the performance he had?
Oh, Scoot's someone that's on the radar too. RJ
but I'm saying,
Barrett.
what if they both had those type of weeks?
Oh, it would probably go to Scoot.
You watch
Oh.
RJ Barrett this week?
No, but I'm saying
Okay.
when it was just him and it was Star J Barrett,
Oh, okay.
I think I gave him the award one.
You might
Maybe
have
I
four months
did.
ago.
I might, yeah.
Start the season. Right hand, the guy I turned on that game last night.
Yeah.
Raptors versus Jazz. 2 tanker teams. Just want to see. The only thing I saw was RJ Barrett airball the top of the paint 3.
I remember that.
and
I
I
seen
just
that.
cut the shit off.
Why
I just cut it off.
why Brian Windhorst said that about the Raptors?
What do you say?
What'd he say?
They tank it, man. Brandon Ingram got the worst ankle injury ever. Okay.
Man, Ingram was cooling on there. He had
But
a
what-
pelly coat
but
on.
what's wrong with them
He was
tanking?
chilling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He discovered.
I thought Jakoperto already put that out. He already put that out.
They
at the
had
end
got
of the
off to
season.
such a rough start. They damn near couldn't even catch
Yeah, what
up.
the hell?
Yeah, there's nothing they could really do.
There was only RJ was like the only guy healthy.
Yeah, and even he ain't played his way to stay there. Back to Ja Morant though, changes the game so much if he's playing. Obviously, he's probably not playing 44 points a night, but like playing at this level for them.
Especially when the mid-range jumper falling.
Postseason
he
wise,
is
right?
he is hitting that midi pull-up like nothing right
It
now.
takes so long to get the shot off, but if it go in, it go in, dog. If it go in, it go in.
And when his mid-range is, he don't really need a 3 to fall, but if that midi falling, you really can't even guard him.
Yeah,
He's
'cause
pretty much unguardable at that point.
Yeah, he's too quick once he gets to that. Like once he gets in that paint area,
Yes.
and that's when that pass and then just that leaping ability come in.
And then the float game has always been elite. The floater that's been something that he's had since he was a rookie.
Contortionist.
Yes.
He just get in the air and
Acrobatic
just
Hall of
start
Fame.
doing stuff.
Acrobatic Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Hall of
for sure.
Fame.
Hall of Flame.
flame.
Hall of Flame. All right, next thing I want to talk about today, we already got to the Bradley Beal quote, which is insane. Anthony Edwards, when he was asked about the growth against double teams over the last few months after being previously
answer.
I love
frustrated,
this answer too.
he said he watched a lot of Luka Doncic film and he learned from that.
And he also played against Luka too.
Hey.
So, a lot.
This motherfucker might be a basketball superhero.
Who, Luka or Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards.
Oh,
The reason I say this, off season, he said, I'm going to watch Damian Lillard and I'm going to shoot like Damian Lillard. And he has shot better than Damian Lillard this year.
yeah.
Now he said it took him 2 weeks to just watch some Luka film, and now he's handling double teams like he's Luka. He's like, he's just watching and incorporating, like kinesthetically, he can see that and just do it.
Yeah.
For players at his level, shouldn't it be that simple?
I don't know, man. I really don't know because some people get to that level off pure like
talent.
some off pure talent, but some off pure hard work and everything. What he is saying, I'm not saying he's not working hard because obviously he is, but for him to just be able to switch it like that in the middle of the season, usually it takes, I'm going to spend a month in the offseason and get better at this thing.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like players sometimes at his level, I'm not talking about like a KCP all of a sudden coming off of a screen and roll, dissecting defenses.
He'll be on the list later.
When you already have all NBA talent, you already can score 25 plus points in the league. That means you have some type of caliber in your game. Not all, but shouldn't a lot of them be able to have that when they are shown something repeatedly to be able to adjust to it?
Yeah, I think it's probably just a lot more like easier said than done though. Like it's so, a lot of these decisions they're making are so quick that I think it's, again, it would take time versus like I can do it in a 1 week.
But no,
I'm
I'm saying it has taken time. He's watched it over the week, but he's also had how many games this year of seeing the coverage? So
But
like
at the beginning of the season, he definitely struggled with it. And the fact that he learned mid-season is very impressive.
That's why I always say it's good for people or just players in general to encounter those problems in the regular season versus like, hey, let's just breeze through the regular season. Like having that type of problems in the regular season only can get you better.
He also probably has like a good like team around him where like he could be like, hey, I want to go to the gym and work on this. And like they could probably come together and be
let's
like,
say every player in the NBA has that.
well, yeah.
Also, they don't have much time to do it as much as you would hope so.
My
during
thing
season.
is
It's like an off day is a travel day, and that's
Yes.
it. Then you got a game the next night.
working smarter, not harder. So it's like you can watch film or you can watch film. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, but it's two different type of things. So for him to say he went out and watched somebody else, because I would imagine a lot of players and their staff, they're watching themselves. Man, when you came off here, you did it. That's one thing, but to go and say, I'm going to watch somebody who's succeeding, who's maybe same body size, Luka may be a little bit bigger, same type of attention.
I take it even a step. Just somebody who's probably like top 2, top 1 in this type of category in terms of Luka's probably the most blitz player that's really out there right now.
So you go watch that.
So you go watch it, yeah.
And I don't think you need to have 5 months. Like basketball, all I'm saying is it's not to take anything away from Anthony Edwards. It's really a reflection on everybody else in the league that struggle with certain things that I think can simply be like adjusted to.
I feel you.
But the jump
I was
shot
trying
thing
to-
is actually kind of crazy.
That's
That's a
different.
little different.
That's
Yeah.
way different.
Yeah.
But we're talking about how a defense
Reading the defense, yeah.
that you've played against for, I don't know how many games teams have played, but we're
62 games.
yes, for 60 games.
I see what you, because I'm trying to compare it to something else.
This
and
is
it's like,
your we're not talking about a college kid, a high school kid. We're talking about professional athletes who are playing every day,
Yeah.
film every day. You like you said, you have a team around you, so it ain't like you got to go find this shit yourself. There's somebody's job in the staff to break down the film for you. So all
Video
you do is
coordinator.
watch.
You could just go say, I
Yeah.
want all
Right.
Luka blitzes, and
Boom.
that's their job. It's
Yeah.
just go.
You
get
got to
it
go
for you.
through YouTube like we do or NBA.com. No, it's just there for you, and you boom, boom, boom. And so it's just that's why I'm saying it's not to take anything away from him, but I feel like more players, more people in the game. We have to start simplifying shit and not make it seem like it has to be a 5-month. Man, next year, I'm going to start. No, why next year?
Hey, the jump shot thing is different, though.
That's
for
way
sure.
different. That's way
For
different.
him to say, I looked at Steph Curry, tried that, and it worked for me. Now I went over to Dame, and that was perfect. Like, that one is –
y'all
that's
think-
mostly practice. You have to get
Yeah,
those
gotta get
actual
the reps
reps
in.
in.
Y'all think since Luka's playing with the Lakers, he's gonna get blitzed less?
No. No.
Because like you,
Assuming that
LeBron's on the court.
No.
Because you don't want to play 4v3 if Bron is on the 4.
Yeah,
But if it's Jared Vanderbilt and Jackson Hayes on the court, yes, I do.
Fair. Just
That-
blitz Bron too.
Well, you're talking about this Laker right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Laker right now. I don't know what the team going to look like next year.
Well,
'cause
what was it a couple of games ago where LeBron was in the game and it was when he hit that 3 because they doubled Luka in the post. Like he just kept kicking it out to
Nuggets.
Bron.
Yes.
wasn't that
Yes.
the Nuggets?
It might have been the Nuggets.
I
but
know
it's just-
exactly what possession. Who was it against? I don't remember.
But
especially
again, it's just like you're willing to leave LeBron to go double Luka.
yeah, especially what if LeBron's a screen setter? You really
Well, you're not
because-
blitzing it then. You're probably switching it.
yeah. I think
Because
especially
in
if they
theory,
do-
body type should be relatively similar
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
defenders.
Aaron Gordon from, I don't know.
MPJ, I guess, just because they're taller guys. Somebody probably has those numbers, though, because what has he played? 15 games now with the
Yeah.
Lakers?
13.
13, and what, 10 of those?
Yeah,
are
I'm
with
just
Bron?
wondering how teams, especially when they come playoff time, how they gonna play that? Because you don't really want. I was looking at it like, do I really want to give LeBron an advantage on the back end? Like that just seems foolish.
No, but you're going to give him the event. Well, what you mean when you say back in? Like for a lob?
No,
No,
like
he's probably talking about that 4-on-3.
Yeah, 4-on-3 with LeBron.
I'm giving it to him because I want to see if they shooters can beat me. Can Gabe Vincent make 7 threes? Can Dorian
The other
Finney-Smith
night, he
make
had
5?
he was 5 for 5 at one point against Brooklyn.
Yeah, he was.
And they lost.
They did lose.
But also,
So he needed 7.
and LeBron could also just get to the basket.
He can. But
Especially
we know the
'cause there's
player
gonna
that
be those
LeBron is.
spaces.
LeBron is a passing
He is a pass first
guy.
but he also can score 40.
But the corner is going to be open because
yeah,
so.
I'm just gonna quickly tap into that game versus the Celtics.
And don't JJ
Let's
Redick
see.
want threes?
He always say that, but they always low in percentage compared to the rest of the league as far as how many shots they're getting up. So,
yeah.
that's one of the big
So-
yap points for JJ.
These last couple of games been rough just shooting the ball
Well,
too.
I hate to be that guy because we so far in the season, but you can't really count these games because I know they count. Y'all losing,
Yeah.
but I'm not watching this Lakers.
The only reason I watched yesterday because it was good.
Yeah.
Bronny got some
Yeah.
first quarter minutes.
Also,
I did not expect that
also
game to
Reeves
be
got in
good
his
at all.
bag.
You're
Yeah.
missing LeBron, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jackson Hayes,
Luka.
Rui Hachimura still.
Rui
out.
Hachimura,
Trey Jemison wasn't suited up yesterday.
and Christian Koloko got
Oh,
some.
I
Christian
forgot
Colocco got
about
some
Rui. So yeah, I don't know, Derek, because the lineup
Has Rui
wouldn't be.
played? in
Yeah,
like
it would
a
be
month?
Rui now.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
think he's
wouldn't be
played in
Jared
probably like
Vanderbilt
a
and
few
Jackson
weeks now.
Hayes. So,
Get well saying Rui. I don't know exactly.
but you
what you're
gotta pick
dealing
your
with, but-
poison.
Nah, I won't even say a few
What's
weeks.
the other
He played some with Luka.
Okay.
I don't
that
know.
was not
Yeah.
good, so
That's what the NBA is about. You just got to pick your poison. You just gonna let Luka have his way? No.
Well, I think in the Celtics game, they was pretty comfortable switching Al Horford onto him.
Yes.
Hey,
So-
I don't think Al Horford get enough credit for
No.
At all.
like in
Hall of
terms-
Famer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Considering two in
The co-
college.
and the
too.
college,
career.
yeah.
And I think, and I was trying to like think
He went
about
back
it.
to back this year. He had back to back
For
chips
sure.
and in college.
He might be closest
Oh,
to
boy.
LeBron
Oh,
in
boy.
terms of like
Oh,
he
boy.
kind of beating
I
Father
do not want
Time.
to hear this go.
He beating Father Time right now.
Hey, Steph Curry's 37.
No, he not.
Then he just turned.
His
Just
birthday was like
turned
yesterday.
37?
Yeah, his birthday was
Yeah.
like
Bro,
yesterday.
I swear I just looked at he was 35 not too long ago, bro.
Yeah, unless he just turned 36. He just turned 37 yesterday.
Okay, damn.
So
When
we're
you-
talking about Father Time.
You
There's
scared
a
me.
lot of people beating Father Time right now.
You scared me talking about Al Horford is the closest to LeBron.
I wasn't
Yeah, I
saying-
was.
You had
the
to
quote
say-
started so
I was
crazy.
like, whoa, don't say it.
I was just saying, look, and this was during the Heat game. This was during the Heat game. Tyler Hero had I'm talking about nastiest
Celtics
crossover.
Heat, right?
Yeah, he had a nasty crossover. I'm
Another
talking
Miami
about
Heat collapse, by the way.
Tap. Al Horford stayed with him the whole damn time and swatted that shit. And it's just like, the Celtics can do a lot of the shit they do is because he can switch out there and
Yeah.
guard damn near 1 through 5.
I said in my video, I don't see nobody that can beat them in 7, but furthermore than that, they going to have to figure out a way to convince him to stay, or they going to have to really get in their job to find out a replacement because, boy,
Is this the last year on his deal?
No, but I don't know. But they almost
can
thought he
retire,
would retire last
yeah.
year because he won one and thought he would walk off into the sunset. But
Same with Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday was yapping.
You think,
the bag.
you think that was just a bluff?
He got a bag, and he's like, matter of fact, I do love basketball still.
he scored like his career high with Boston in that game.
Like, which game?
Yesterday, it was like 25. It was like the most he scored with Boston. You know, the bucket,
Oh, Boston,
the
yeah.
bucket getter.
Well, yeah, his role. He's a 6th option now, so that makes sense.
Bucket getters don't become the 6 options.
When they 40, they do.
How old is he?
32, I would guess.
For-
if I had to
that's-
guess.
Yeah.
Brandon Jennings saying he wasn't better than me.
Yeah, that was
He
crazy.
said he might have had a
said-
better career.
But he ain't
wasn't
never been
me.
better than me.
I understand the irrational
Confidence?
confidence from Brandon Jennings in that, because Brandon Jennings is a hooper.
Yes.
So
he
he's
is.
not talking about in context of like the NBA. He
Yes.
just means basketball.
Yeah, like if we play one-on-one, he
They
is
both
not
from
bad.
California too, which means Brandon Jennings probably bust his ass when he was young. Brandon Jennings bust everybody's ass
Yeah.
when he
Brandon
when he
Jennings was
young.
a bucket.
Besides Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose and Simeon put built ass on Oak Hill, had Brandon Jennings crying. That's
For real?
another story. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
shit.
34, Drew Holiday.
But I know a lot of people be looking at Brandon Jennings like, what is he talking? Brandon Jennings was the best player in the nation when he was 15, 16, 17. So he did bust a lot of ass. So that's what he's going off of. Like, I know I bust these dudes' ass. Talking about he better than me. But at least he had the response. Like, at least he had enough sense. I didn't see the full thing.
Same.
At least he had enough sense to say he had a better career. Because that's facts.
Yeah. I mean, he'd be looking dead ass wrong if he kind of
Right.
said something.
I'm better than him.
Anything differently than that.
I got 2 more pieces of news.
That's a good conversation, though. I've been saying that for years. You can be better than somebody who end up having a better career than you.
Yeah.
Somebody, I just saw a clip. Fuck, I should have screenshotted it. It was somebody who was #1 ranked in high school in North Carolina. The same time Steph Curry was in North Carolina. He was saying, like, I'm #1 ranked. Steph Curry, this kid, we talking trash. You'll never be like your dad. And I bust his ass the first time we played. And the second time we played, he gave us 30. I'm still ranked #1, and look where he at.
Yeah.
You know, like, he was just saying it's like different. It's just different levels
Yeah.
to it. And I was like, oh, that's
Lot
really
of
good
people-
self-awareness and telling the kids that.
A lot of people are going to have a better quote-unquote career than Tracy McGrady. He didn't get out the first round. Tracy McGrady is
Which is still
better
so
than them.
crazy to think about.
Yeah.
That's the lead guy.
Even Carmelo. A lot
Carmelo
of people,
got a conference finals push at least.
Yeah, Melo was a bad.
He did have a
player.
conference finals push.
I
but
see
like,
what you mean, though.
Like he never got the championship. He didn't have the MVPs or nothing like that. But if you're talking about just straight hooping, Melo one of the ones.
Ray Allen had a better career than Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the play. I'm sorry, Ray. Nowhere near the player. Tracy McGrady. All right, get to your next thing because I don't want to disrespect nobody.
San Antonio Spurs star De'Aaron Fox want to go season-ending surgery on Tuesday, so it's done on his pinky. And then also tying that together with Paul George, they said he's going to get some different opinions about some injury.
He's out for the year.
Hey, my sources say that he is not returning for the rest of the year. Spoiler.
They're also investigating the Sixers too.
They're also investigating the Thunder.
Everybody's getting investigated. Jazz just got fined $100K, which is like the craziest thing the NBA could do, because $100K to these organizations is
mean
nothing.
They made
It is
that. They
nothing.
made that last night.
It is nothing.
They made more than
Derek.
that last night.
And guess
How
what?
concessions.
If $100K, would you rather pay? Let's say they get fined 3 times throughout the year, $300K, but that means you get
the
Cooper
first round
flag.
back,
It's
yeah.
like 100% of the time you do it again. But 2 of our stars in basketball out for the rest of the season. Not officially for Paul George, but unofficially, I'm telling you, he's not coming back.
It's just so funny that he just announced that he was getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, he wrapping himself up for the playoff push, and
Nah, he's
done.
That
The
playoff
Paul
push is
George
done.
one feels like an exclamation mark, just kind of like on their season.
oh, I'll tell you, Dante Exum. Sorry, I should probably throw him in there as well.
Yeah, that was another one. But the Paul George thing, again, it just goes and like kind of represents their season as a whole and just is disappointing. It feels like we kind of got robbed of the Philadelphia 76ers season, and it's from injuries, from whatever just going on over there. The De'Aaron Fox one is just like, it just adds insult to injury. Like Vic already went down. We're going to see the Spurs are going to kind of chill for the rest of the season. Maybe they end up with a pick, but now you just kind of take De'Aaron Fox out of the conversation. It's really just let Stephon Castle, and I guess like Devin, the rest of the guys go now.
I thought the De'Aaron Fox one was kind of like the writing on the wall. They were they were a few games out of the play-in, and the teams above them were playing better. And like it seemed like it would have been hard for them to make that push. And with him already having that injury coming in before the trade, It kind of seemed like it was, unless Vic was still playing, they probably would have definitely kept him. But once Vic went out for the season, it kind of seemed like it was inevitable that was going to happen.
I just don't know how many more years you're going to have a chance in the lottery with Vic and De'Aaron Fox if they're healthy.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to shut them down,
Yes.
retain this one pick. I just ran one tankathon sim. First overall pick 76 or second overall pick Spurs.
So that means that first overall, we went to the Sixers, right?
They went to the Sixers.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's hope this
kinda
doesn't
bogus
happen.
for the Spurs. Dylan Harper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess they take
They show
Dylan
that
Harper.
they're not scared to trade picks though.
Yeah. True.
Give us who let me see. So you have
Because you also saw the Miami Heat jump up to top 4. So everybody that's really tanking, sorry y'all fell in the draft.
but like
That would be crazy.
our Raptor net. One of these teams will trade up for 2.
Yeah.
Charlotte would trade up for 2.
Mm-hmm.
But
Especially-
what about Utah?
Utah needs something. And shout out to Isaiah Collier and Cal Filipowski, who've been playing really good recently. But they definitely need one of them guys. You're like, that is who they're really building around.
Yeah, that said they had 6 or 5. Like Jazz don't need another 5.
Yeah,
or 6,
this is
man.
number 6. Yeah.
My gosh, they need 1 or 2.
Yeah, if the Spurs ended up with top 2, their phones will not stop ringing.
And
Everybody
they should be picking up every
Yes.
single one because unless it was 1, obviously you take Cooper Flag. But if you already got De'Aaron Fox, potentially the rookie of the year, and Stephon Castle at guard, what are you going to do with Dylan Harper?
Mm-hmm.
So I would look to trade that. And I was trying to find a team they could trade back with and get more additional stuff. But I don't see any of those teams that would have anything unless, I don't see anything that they would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless the Nets, they were back. But, like, I don't know how much you want to experiment with Vic at the 4 and, like, maybe trade for Claxton.
Hell no.
Or Day'Ron
They
Sharpe.
trying to get Nas Reed.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. He's definitely a better fit.
But yeah, I wish the Spurs. I wish the Sixers would have just committed to this decision earlier.
A little earlier.
That's all for me. I really do. It was nothing to really have Paul George saying the shit that he was saying and Darrick he referencing. There was no reason to push Embiid out more than what he needed to be out there for. And they need you running a tankathon. The reality is they need every loss that they could have gotten to try to get closer and closer to that first overall pick.
It's just crazy to see a team.
Because you could run it again and they could get what?
Let's see.
6? If it's 6, it's still theirs, right?
I ran it again. Oh, no, it's the same one.
Is top 6 protected?
I ran it again,
Yeah.
and they lost it in this one.
See what I'm saying?
They
Like,
dropped 2 spots.
You need that pick.
But that
man.
means the Thunder get the 8th pick,
7th.
7th. Oh.
Damn, it was right
They was
outside,
right at
too.
the
Yeah, that would be crazy.
See, like, yeah, man.
All it takes is for 2 teams to jump up for them right now. If 2 teams jump up, they're fucked.
What were the 2 teams?
In that, I'm done with the sim. But yeah, if 2 teams just take a jump, in this case, 2 teams take a jump again. It was Brooklyn and Portland this time around.
And I will be rooting against them in that case. I want Portland to get a pick. I don't want it to go to the Bulls, right?
No, it's lottery protected.
Oh,
So
okay,
they're keeping that. They're keeping that.
I kind of like the Blazers getting something. So actually, I take that back. I'm rooting for the Sixers. The Blazers don't need another top pick.
They
to
don't.
confuse
They
everything again. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because you
it might
got
be time for them to try to make a
Scoot,
little cash in.
Shaedon, Denny, Klingon.
It's just a matter of
Giovanni
like you don't know who out of those dudes
is
is
the
going to
guy.
be your guy.
So if y'all ain't getting flagged, then
And
I want
Danny
y'all to
been
get
hoop.
8.
Danny been
been
hooping.
hooping.
He looks like the guy.
He has.
Hooping.
But then Scoot against the Knicks looked like the guy.
That one ass
And then
game.
sometimes Shaedon Sharpe had games where he looked like the guy.
Denny has been the most consistent as far as delivering. Every time I look up, 18 points, 12 rebounds,
Shaedon
7
Sharpe
assists.
Like
was
14
close to-
boards, 5 assists with it.
Shane Sharp was close to making this list that I put together.
What was the list?
Most disappointing players of the year.
Oh, that's
He hasn't been bad. Don't
Wait.
get me wrong.
Don't look at me. He
No,
the
I'm just
Blazers
talking
fan.
in general.
No, but I want him to look
Let's
at you.
do. I'm not mad at it.
he dissing
I'm
your
not
man.
saying you mad, but you wouldn't have had him on that list for yourself. If we all said we're going to come with our disappointing list, you wouldn't have had Shaedon Sharpe on that list. So I need you to ask him why is he on his list, because you are the Blazer fan up here. You about to go to Cooper's Hawk today and get my 2 wines because you believed in them so much. Yes, I'm getting blueberry and sweet red.
Well, so why was he on your list?
Just had higher expectations for this year. He's not having a
No,
bad
yeah.
year. Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah. This definitely hasn't been a jump that you would have
That's all.
expected. Yeah.
I see, he's not in the real he didn't make the actual list.
Yeah.
He's not in the real conversation with the Paul Georges of the world for sure. But it has not been as good as I anticipated it.
I just think there's a lot of talent and there's a lot of overlap in talent. So, like, I honestly think sometimes Chauncey don't even know who to play.
He has so many
can see
damn
that.
flashes with this team. You really need somebody to say, this is my shit.
Keep the
this-
fucking light on. Stop flashing it.
Like Scoot against the Knicks, a flash. But he came off the bench in that
Yes, he
game
came off
because
the
it
bench.
has not been on a consistent basis. Shaedon Sharpe, somebody in the comments going like, can he on your disappointed? Because they're going to be stuck on that
I mean,
flash.
he lost his
that he
starting
had.
spot for a while this season.
Yes, he did.
The guy that's been the most consistent is just a role player, Tumani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the most consistent. He's a high-level role player who is doing all of the shit he needs to do for when one of them arrive. When one of them arrive, Tumani Kamara's superpowers are going to shine.
What if
and
he just takes an
illuminate.
offensive leap next year?
Oh, then I wouldn't be mad at it. I'd say pay him whatever he
knows,
asking
right?
for. Yeah,
Because I think
exactly.
Tumani Kamara, he makes my all-defensive first team right now on a bad team.
Defensively, he brings it for sure. But it'll be tough to put him on all defensive first.
Hey, that
team.
was another thing. When did we make our bet at the start of overtime?
Yeah.
When did he foul out? When he fouled
I
out,
can't remember.
I-
I think it was
I-
sometime in the fourth.
I pop locked. I ain't gonna lie. He fouled out. I said, "Hey, let's get this. Hey,
My last quote, and it's just hilarious. It's from Buddy Hield.
Oh, you funny.
Hey, I wish it was me that got traded because Wiggs did so much for this franchise. I just never heard somebody
what's
say
worse,
something
that
like
or the Virginia Tech one? We was like, man, I thought we was gonna be ass. I mean, we still was ass, but
Not that ass.
That the Buddy Hield one is so funny because it sounds like. Why does it sound like he wanted to be traded?
it does.
It sounds like he legitimately is saying, "I would have much rather been in
I'd rather
Miami."
be in Miami right now.
Don't worry, your ass good.
He was playing good too.
So-
I don't know why.
But I see what you mean. Wiggins did mean a lot for that team.
He did, but it's business.
It's business. And they are so happy.
Contractually, I think taking him out, they can't do the deal and putting
Yeah,
him in the
yeah,
deal.
money
So like
wise, too.
he literally has to be in the deal.
Yeah.
So
Buddy Hield don't know about that type of stuff.
What was he asked? He might have been asked like about Wiggins.
I don't know. Maybe because this doesn't give me the question. It gives me the full
Yeah,
quote.
all I saw was a quote too. He
Yeah.
may have been asked about Wiggins. How tough was it to see Wiggins go?
yeah.
Oh, I wish they would have traded me, man. That's how much we miss him.
All right.
That just sounds like a guy that want to be in Miami.
The 10 most disappointing
I
players in
want to be in
basketball
Miami
right now.
too. Shit.
Season is almost over, 15-ish games for teams. This is in no particular order. Y'all tell me if y'all agree or disagree with these most disappointed players. Number one on the list, Paul George.
We agree.
Nothing else we can really say about it. Get well soon, PG, but damn it, this was not the season anybody expected from
Hopefully he agrees.
It's kind of fucked up that their whole team got hurt. Literally, Jared McCain was first. Joel was always hurt. Paul George ended up getting hurt, and then Maxey was hurt. So it's like the most exciting pieces of this team literally all got hurt.
All gone. Number two on this list, again, no particular order. This guy was Mills Man of the Week recently, but I'm looking at the season as a whole. Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
Can we agree?
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo has been disappointed, specifically on the offensive side of
Yeah.
the ball. You consider Jimmy Butler when he was there not taking shots, and then now that Jimmy Butler's gone, he has ramped it up at least a little bit.
So
over
I'm
the
gonna
last
say
couple
this.
weeks.
Next year, we are not to expect this.
Yeah, no, I had said that kind of a few months ago. I was like, maybe just Bam offensively, that leap that we all project and want, maybe that's just not who he is.
If anything, I just wanted him to be a 20-point per game scorer. He had
And
been
I
there
just
for
don't
like
think
2
that's-
years in a row.
I just
Which
don't
he
think that's
should
who he
damn
is.
near be.
He
by
just did it
the-
2
I mean,
years
yeah,
before
but-
this. 2 years in a row, he was 20.
To expect him to do it on a consistent level, maybe
He did it for 2 years.
Is 2 years a good enough sample size?
Hell yeah. If you can average 20 in the league for 2 years, and one of those
Because
years you be an
Who
all-star.
the hell is taking a shot?
Yeah,
like,
and the
there's-
other years, what is he averaging? 17, 18? If you don't go get them 2
It
more
ain't
damn
like,
points
it
at
ain't
the
like he
line.
averaged 9 on any other season.
And honestly, he should. There shouldn't be many nights where the other people have more shots than him, except for
Yeah.
Tyler Hero.
And also
That's
this-
just how it
He's
should
averaged
be.
23 times in his career before the season, the last 3 years. And then 19 the year before that. So
Yeah.
it's just it's a drop-off year, man. Even his efficiency, this is the least efficient year
I
of
be
his
seeing
career.
him as he be missing bunnies too.
Yeah.
He be missing bunnies at the rim.
My next guy, again, this is based on my own personal
For sure.
expectation. Patrick Williams.
No, yeah.
I
Especially after getting the bag.
the motherfucker don't put the ball on the floor under any
Have-
circumstances.
is there any more expectations? Or are you just taking, like,
Let's
whatever
play-
comes, you just take it as it is?
I think so many players on the team has gone higher than
Relax,
him
Michael.
on the fandom level. We were all in on Patrick Williams because he's our 4th overall pick from 4 years ago, so we needed him to be good. Josh Giddey has jumped him. Modest Buzelis has jumped him.
Josh Giddey's jump is actually insane.
It's a lot of people that have jumped him. Now he's just kind of like exists. Whatever Pat do, fuck it. We don't care because that young kid, Modest, is caught another body. We love that. But, yeah, Patrick Williams is shooting like 37% from the field.
If
Sounds
Josh
terrible.
crazy.
Giddey's shooting a better percentage than you, then there's a problem.
Something is up.
Because he's not even a bucket getter, but he's somehow turned into one a little
He's
bit.
not even hitting his corner threes like he do.
Mike, he's shooting 37% from the field, 36% from 3. What'd that tell you?
shit.
The motherfucker don't get to the rim. He really just shoot threes all day, like nothing else.
So he finessed them for $90 million.
No, they just gave it to him.
They didn't even try to make him go get some money from somebody else. Just gave him $90 million.
Hey, that Jeff Teague story was so funny.
Because Jeff Teague's biggest contract
Yes.
was $90 million, right?
And like the fact that whoever the GM was at the Hawks at that time told him to go get the money.
It was
I forgot his
Dan
name.
Ferry.
Yeah, Danny
Danny
Ferry.
Ferry.
And Danny Ferry was telling him that he didn't like him and he didn't want him to be there. And so Jeff Teague went and got the bag from Minnesota. And then Atlanta matches it. And Danny Ferry's like, see you next week.
I was doing
No,
business
Milwaukee. In Milwaukee. It
Okay.
was the Milwaukee. He went to Milwaukee. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's why I say restrict free agency is a scam. DeAndre Ayton, you remember him?
Yes.
DeAndre
Indiana,
Ayton,
he
him
was
was
Do
almost a
y'all
Pacer.
remember him?
And
It's
then-
crazy.
I think that's a good question, though. Do you remember DeAndre Ayton?
I do.
He ended up getting the offer from Indiana, and we were at DreamCon when it happened. Within 5 minutes, it felt like they had matched it.
Yes.
They said, go get your money. If you can get it, you cool to stay here. And then he got matched. And I bet the Pacers are super happy that he didn't actually get that money.
Because that would be crazy.
That would be
he
really
definitely
crazy.
would be a bad fit.
Hey, Bam Adebayo's teammate, Jaime Jaquez, hasn't done anything this season.
Yeah.
And
He has
I'm
not looked
starting
near
to
like the last player from last year.
think about the way I pronounce his name. Because on the Heat broadcast, it's not Jaime Jaquez, it's Jaime Jaquez. They put an extra emphasis on that end of his Jaime Jaquez is how I would say it. Jaime Jaquez is how they saying it. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
He's giving you games where he's playing 15 minutes. He's giving you
It's
games where he's scoring
sad.
2 points.
For me, at least,
yeah.
he was one of the players that I really liked.
But
Like,
damn, it ain't sad.
I thought-
he's okay. He's gotta be better next year.
Okay, I'm not crying over it, but it's just he's one of the players I want to see have a good season, and I think he's one of those players that like his powers elevate when his team is just naturally better because he can just fill a lot of the holes. You're not looking at him to step up and be your number 3 guy or something like that. So
Yeah, he definitely was a Spo guy from the jump, and you could tell because Spo definitely empowered him. And then to see someone who I know Spo really likes fall out of his rotation is kind of crazy. Because Davion Mitchell is now one of Spo's guys, and I knew once he got there, I knew Spo was going to love him just because of how he plays. And now Davion Mitchell is having this good jump with the Heat. So it's maybe next year is his year.
Maybe.
How many?
I could
Little
have-
sophomore slump.
I could have had Terry
I know he
Rozier on this
old.
list, but like I didn't have
He
any
didn't have no
expectations for
expectations.
Terry
You said
Rozier.
who?
Terry Rozier.
Oh, yeah.
He's just been bad.
He's real bad.
But I didn't have any expectations.
Like
to
real,
just be
like,
bad is crazy.
He's real bad.
He's
though.
really
Like-
bad.
Like it's not even like bad. It's real.
It's
he's
really bad.
ass. I'm sorry. I'm not even here to like try. But like Terry Rozier is god awful.
He's so far from what he was playing like what was it, a year ago with the
He
Hornets.
damn near was an all-star caliber player with the Hornets before they traded for him.
Well, he was playing with the ultimate green light. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted. Now he has to be on a team with structure and guidance, and it seems like it just
Hey,
doesn't work.
He's still ain't hitting the shots though.
No, yeah, he still ain't hitting the shots. But
All right, next guy, Wendell Carter Jr.
yeah,
I watched him play last night. He gave me 2 shots that looked like they had a chance to go in. 2. Teams are not guarding him. He's sitting at the perimeter. He's shooting 20% from 3. He just sits there. He hasn't done anything offensively all season long on a team that has been desperate for offense, and he's coming off his best shooting year of his career. So you think that some of that momentum will go in, and I think he's in his own head now because he's not even looking at the rim when he's close to the basket.
yeah. As a big, if your shot not falling, you got to find a way to get some easy ones, and you just got to do the other things.
The thing is, he's small for his position too.
No, yeah.
So an easy one is not like Jokic just putting his ass on somebody because he can't put his ass on nobody.
Yeah, and him and Paulo then are the same height. They are the same
Seriously,
height.
their front court is all 6'10".
Yes.
I honestly think that those dudes might be taller than he might be really 6'9".
Yeah.
When they stand next to each other.
So
His teammate is on his list too, KCP. Had a lot of expectations for KCP to help.
he's been disappointing from the jump.
Yeah, he's been bad. Offensively for sure. Just hasn't provided any of the 3-point shooting, and the team is the worst 3-point shooting team. Next guy, my friend, Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah.
Lauri Markkanen got his bag, and I feel like He pulled out with a hairband 2 nights ago, and I was like, "What the hell is going on over here?"
Utah feels like a void right now. I feel like players go there, and it's just like you're just there. Like I don't know. I feel like Utah's in a spot right now where they're just kind of like waiting for something to kind of magically happen, whether it be like a top pick or somehow they make a trade for a superstar. But right now, they just feel like they got some players they develop, but other than that, it's just like we're waiting to make a business move.
Yeah, they're in a rebuild. It's kind of, especially when you're talking about, they were one of the best teams in the conference. So it's like the drop off from that has just been significant, and you just feel
The problem is that was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
It feel like longer than that.
yeah, it do.
Yeah, Donovan
But
Mitchell.
when you use Donovan
Mitchell
Mitchell and Rudy Gobert,
Mike
Bo Ingles
Conley.
is gone, Mike Conley's gone,
When Snyder gone.
and like it's
I hope
a little
Joe
bit.
Harris is doing fine.
yeah, I don't know.
He don't
I
have
couldn't tell
Instagram.
you.
I looked him up yesterday.
Joe Harris wasn't on that team.
No, I'm just saying y'all was just
Yeah.
naming people, and Joe Harris popped in my mind.
Oh, since we doing that shit.
Yeah, that was so random.
Because I looked him up on Instagram last night. He don't have Instagram.
What made you look him up?
Because I'm hoping that he's doing all right.
Oh.
The last time we saw him play for the Pistons on the team that lost 27 straight games, and he couldn't play on that team. So I knew his career was over.
But he had the ankle issue.
See, I hope he's doing okay.
Shit, I hope Marshawn Brooks doing cool.
Me too.
Deion Waiters.
Yeah, wait to still getting that 2K
Deion
royalty.
Waiters chilling right now.
Yeah.
He might be on 2K.
He said, "What's up, Brooke?
Do you remember that cutscene?
Yeah, in 2K.
Do you remember what game that is?
I
It's
think."
like 2K. I don't know. I couldn't say
15.
what
It's
year.
So you walk into. You ever seen that?
I don't know.
You
I
do-
never really paid attention to the cutscenes.
You do your my play.
That
This
was
was
one of
before you
them
was
ones,
doing it. Yeah. You do your my play. You go into the locker room. And you walking out from the game. You ain't play or whatever.
Hey, yo, Rook. Good game out there.
Keep your head up. Next game, you might be able to get some minutes and play.
What they say? What, they ain't cut nothing.
What they say is nuts.
All right, I got a couple more guys. Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, he hasn't really.
Jeremy Grant is also shooting 37% from the field as a 6'8"
He
power
shouldn't
forward.
be in this because he just vibing.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? I follow him on.
He just vibes.
Fashion.
I
he
follow him on
kinda-
Instagram. I mean, on
He
TikTok.
fits the Portland vibe.
For sure.
He has that like hippie type style where I think he really
He
enjoys
made
that.
ramen on TikTok the other night, and I saw that.
I think he loves the like mountainous and the whole vibe of
Yeah, the
Portland.
MF Doom
Bro,
instrument.
Yes.
yeah, I did see it. I seen
He
a
at
TikTok
the-
of
he
him
be
at
at
like.
Paris, New York fashion.
But no,
Week.
but like
He's a fashion week
if you
guy,
look
too.
at his Instagram, he's like out of nature and like he seems like
he
he
is,
really
for sure. Yeah.
I
He
think
got his bag and said,
I think he really enjoys that vibe of being in Portland. I think that's his style.
Well,
I remember
hope
seeing a
not,
video
I
because
wish he
Sam's
would go
getting
to the
traded.
rim once. Just once. Just go to the rim.
He
one
got,
time.
Remember he used to
he said,
rebound and shit?
nah, he got,
Right, remember he's a rebound. Right, exactly. He ended the game with one board. All
Shout
right.
out to Rich. Shout out to Rich Paul, man.
Shout out to
That's a
Damian
lot.
shout out to
Lillard
Damian
as well.
Lillard.
Yeah.
That's the life, man. I cannot wait for somebody to come and say, man, we love this podcast. Y'all split up these millions, but I'm going to be able to say anything in the middle of the park, like, arguing with no fans. I really think you should have had the Celtics, you dumb piece of shit. They should have been number one. You know what? You're right.
You're right. They should have been.
I was wrong.
Was that the ultimate leverage pool by
I'll go
Rich
see
Paul?
that. What?
To leverage Damian Lillard to
I
get
know.
No, he got $1 billion in revenue, so I think he always
he
got
probably are.
leverage.
Because he don't represent Damian
They
Lillard.
talk. They talk.
Oh, he don't represent Dame?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I just
I
still
just feel like Rich Paul got everybody.
Rich Paul definitely they talked. He probably definitely told Dame don't request that trade yet. They definitely probably was.
I feel like maybe Dame did that for Grant, but if I'm Dame, like, what the fuck are you talking to me for? Don't do it, man. I'm out my face, man.
All right.
How about you bring LeBron here then? So we ain't got this. Oh, we ain't got that reporting. Oh, okay.
LeBron don't want to be nowhere he don't want to be. That's why that man ain't go to Milwaukee.
So this is
According
y'all
to
tell me if
Charles
y'all
Barkley.
agree with this one. Maybe I'm a bit too harsh on him, but I had really high expectations for Devin Vassell this year. I just recently he's been putting it together over the last 2 weeks or so, but overall I just feel like his impact hasn't been as high as I wanted it to be given the acquisition of Paul.
Well, he had
Chris
the injury
Paul,
coming
Yeah,
into the
initially
year.
when he came back from that injury, he was really bad. But then
He's starting to play better
He started
now,
to pick it up
but
and
now
get his
he don't got
rhythm
nobody
back.
to play with.
So, I mean, maybe now, especially since there's going to be more minutes on the table. So,
My last guy is Yusuf Nurkic.
well, yeah,
That's he should just be on this list.
I never expected
The
him
Devin
to fall
Vassell
off the
one,
cliff.
Yeah.
I
But he
wouldn't
also says
completely
he's in
agree
his
with
prime
that
still.
one.
He
Yeah, I
still has
might
a lot
not
to
have
give.
Devin Vassell.
I've seen a lot of like good
Would y'all
stuff.
get rid of him and put AirPods in there?
No.
I would say
I would have, but the context for both of these guys make it. I came into the season feeling that way, but then once I found out Devin Vassell was going to be hurt, AirPods. You said you the one that told me he was dizzy.
Yeah, that's all I was
he's dealing with dizzy
Yeah.
So
spells.
it's like once I find that context out, I kind of dialed back my
Yeah.
disappointment a little bit.
Because like I couldn't imagine doing anything dizzy, especially
I
not playing
agree.
basketball.
Yeah.
How the hell you seeing three
bro,
rims?
you need so much balance
Like
when you're
LeBron.
playing basketball.
Like Dalton Connect last night too,
Yeah,
when he smashed his head against the wall.
I hope he okay.
They say he good.
He
just,
good?
Didn't he say he just got caught a cramp in the middle of
he
his
said
jump?
he caught a cramp while he was taking off.
What?
So it
Oh,
wasn't like anything from the impact.
Yeah, it
Which
did
is
look
just
weird.
weird.
He hit his head and he immediately grabbed it. So I just
Yes.
thought,
But like it
GGs.
wasn't even he hit his head.
It was like the
He
whip.
literally fell like backwards on his head from the rim.
Yeah,
I think my stream was just like a little bit faster than yours,
Yeah.
and I reacted, and
Yeah,
then you
and I
reacted like
immediately
2 seconds
reacted.
later.
Yeah, when Jamal Murray had hit that shot, y'all was a little ahead of mine. And I
Oh,
was
okay.
like, oh, I know something
Something
about
about
to
to happen.
come.
Well, those are the most disappointed players in the league, according to yours truly.
I like that list. I think that was a pretty solid list. I think a lot of those people probably would have been on the same list for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh,
I had a little something too. Kind of leads up to what we got going to for, the whole meat and potatoes we got for the show.
You are crazy, bro.
What?
Only you could find that color Laker hat. What color is that?
Not only just
like
find
a-
it,
it's
but
like a-
buy it too,
It's
right?
like a forest green.
Forest green.
Why did they make that?
I got all the colors.
you got
I got-
all the colors.
I got purple, blue,
Hey, no, but
green,
no, that was
black.
actually insane. To have a color hat that's not one of the team colors is crazy.
That
I always gotta
green
rep
is
my
like
hat.
it's like
Bro, what are you wearing right now? Hold
Yeah,
on.
that forest green hat don't go with those blue ass shoes.
I think he's
And
looking
those-
at the New Balance swoosh got some green in it, maybe?
No.
no, that's turquoise.
Is it?
Yeah. And those
That's
blue
like a green.
those blue shoes don't go with the jersey either.
No, I just put these shoes on.
Fuck the shoes.
She just put the shoes.
I want to know. That's green. Forest green, I thought was darker than that green. It's like the Timberwolves forest green, Kevin Garnett Timberwolves jersey. That is
Can I see the back of it?
some
Do you
shit
got
I've
on the back?
never
just
seen
say
this
Lakers.
color before.
Okay.
That's like a mint,
It's like a wood green.
a wood green. You just
Like
made some
no,
shit.
that's more. Okay, I know. But I'm sticking with like the It's like the forest would probably be a little.
Well,
I
I
don't know
also
what type
watching
of
golf
green
where I
that is.
see fucking green. I know how green looks.
Shout out to the
I
players.
mean, this
man.
is the base of it is green. It's just a different shade.
Oh, no,
I'm
it's
looking up the
definitely
color
green.
for
Go men will lead,
This
man.
is forest
I
green.
told you that's Timberwolf green with Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
that-
like fucking
Not even
beige
military green. I don't know.
That's not even military.
It's not
green.
They
military
took
green.
that forest green and dumped a bunch of beige
Yes.
in it. Just like
Those colors don't match.
it is like military colors combined. Like that military green with tan, and they just combined it a little bit more. Tyler know that color.
At ease, soldier.
All right. Since we're off the head thing,
For
What I
now.
bought-
For now.
what I brought in like a fill in the blank. So basically, I'm gonna give a little statement with a blank in it, and I want you to say the first team or player that comes to mind.
Hey, I put that pressure in that group chat. I told Mike he was hosting today. He said, I got to come up with some shit. I got to come up with some shit.
Bro, what the hell?
Oh,
Hold
he
on.
just deleted everything. He just deleted everything.
No, give me a second. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone.
That's always been
Oh
a
no, I
fear
got it.
of
I
mine.
got it. I got it.
That's
Deleting something that I typed out.
I sure was like, man, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say tomorrow.
Fill in the blank. First one. Blank is way better than their record shows.
That's a very good question, Mike.
Probably the Portland Trailblazers. I think
Okay.
they're a lot better team than what their record shows. The Nets, they play a lot better than what their record shows.
I talked to Cam Johnson about that moment we had in our episode when I took his
Yeah.
under. And I was telling him, like, me and the homie got into like a
real
real
debate.
debate. And I was telling him the reason I thought that is because they traded for their own pick, which means I knew that Dorian Finney-Smith was gonna be gone, Schroeder's gonna be gone, and I told him, like, I thought you were gonna be gone. He's like, who you telling? And he's like, I'm not mad that you thought that way. And I also said I didn't know that coaching staff was gonna be that damn good immediately.
Yeah.
But he had a little chuckle at it. And I was like, I told him I ain't put no real money on it, and I'm glad I didn't, because I did put money on my locks, and some of them are done. They're dead. My Miami Heat lock, dead.
I made an awards lock that's Dead.
Didn't happen. Okay, but get into your
The
question.
Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves were the team I was thinking about as well.
What they're on a 7-game streak right now, playing really good ball.
And
Just
was turned the
clicking,
fuck
really.
up last night, man.
He was.
Even another team, the Warriors, another team on a big streak. After their slowest start, well, no, they started off good. Then they had a rough medium part of the season. Then since the trade, they've been as elite as anybody. And then they played against a big. I was hoping or waiting to see them play against a big body, and they played against that in Valanciunas the other night when Steph Curry got his 4,003, and they played him off the floor, which I guess is a Valanciunas thing. But Quinn Post came in and hit like 2 threes in the first half. Draymond Green hit the 2 first threes to start the game. Should have knew the shit was
Did
over
he lead
right
them
there.
in scoring that game, Draymond?
Yes, he did. And one of the few times this season where he's led them in scoring.
I feel like that happens maybe one
I
or
wonder how
2
many
times a season.
That's happened in his career, real shit. Like in the
Four.
when Steph.
Think about when he had Kevin Durant on his team.
No, that's what I'm saying. How many? Get you the next.
Yeah,
question.
while you're looking at that, I'll go to the next one. Blank might not get the proper flower he deserves once he retires.
Al Horford.
Al Horford was one of the people I thought about too. I think DeMar DeRozan, just how consistent and just like how much he's kind of like evolved his game to be able to stick around in this league. I don't think people kind of recognize that enough about DeMar.
KCP might be one of those dudes too. I think
KCP, you said?
Yeah, I think just especially with the way he's going out right now, and because he's won 2 championships, and he's also been key parts of those championship teams.
You're laughing. I was thinking to myself, like,
I'm
KCP is
laughing
literally
at
one of the
Pierre.
most.
I'm
like,
not laughing at the answer,
KCP
bro.
is probably one of the most elite role players. It just sucks that this
Role
season
players
is-
get lost in history.
Yeah.
Just the reality of it. My answer is gonna
If
be
I named 100 fucking role players in all-time history, you mean to tell me that you would have thought about KCP?
No, I was saying I thought about KCP yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
We're
going
talking
all
about the
time.
Robert Horrys, the Scottie Pippens of the world, the Dennis Rodmans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I see what you're saying.
what is the fill in the blank one more time for me?
Blank might not get his proper flowers once he retires.
Even though this guy has an MVP in his, I think James Harden. This consistent level of success and dominance.
Him and Russ.
I reacted to KCP because I was thinking the answers like that.
Okay.
That's why. Not to shit on KCP. I love KCP. I think he was very instrumental to the Nuggets thing. I just think that, yeah, when 10 years fly by and we revisiting all-time role players, I think you might think of Trevor Ariza.
Wow, here's a
before
stat.
you think of
The
KCP.
last time Draymond Green led the Warriors in scoring before the other night. You just saw it?
Yeah. I
Oh
see
my
that.
bad. I got a vibration. so I looked.
2016
Yeah.
Finals, Game 7.
Damn.
Okay.
The shot.
He was on the thing the other night.
Bro, that was almost 10 years ago. He ain't let them score.
He
in
don't
10
score.
I know,
he
but
be averaging 8 points.
But damn it, Jeff Dalton just led a team in scoring. He had that one year with Steph Curry didn't even
Jeff
play.
Dowd. What was that with the Raptors?
Yeah. No,
No, it's
76ers in that game against the Raptors. But like the year with Steph Curry broke his hand.
Yeah.
The year where it was
Draymond?
him and Eric Pascal and stuff. He ain't
Draymond-
let them score one time that year.
No. it was
He got
like-
shut down, I know.
Yeah, but it was like D'Angelo Russell, Kelly Oubre.
He definitely played it. If I had to guess.
No, he couldn't score in them games.
No, Steph Curry alleviate the pressure.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. It's just like he's never been a person that's looking for his shot, like ever.
They're kind of just giving him a shot.
But 10 years is still crazy regardless.
is.
But when he did do it, it was his big stage.
It was the biggest
Yeah.
stage of his life.
Somebody that,
Yeah, that
won't be
year-
appreciated.
He still played 45 games that year. I'll take that.
Who won't be appreciated? DeMar DeRozan is a really
That's
good
a really
one.
good answer, yeah. That's a
Maybe
really good
Anthony
answer.
Davis.
Wow.
Maybe Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis spent a lot of his career banged up and hurt.
And also, I
never
think-
got a Defensive Player of the Year. Never won the MVP.
MVP.
Played in New Orleans when New Orleans was kind of trying to get back on. Maybe Anthony Davis.
Maybe
And
Anthony
also-
You think this trade could be? It is not his fault at all, but like there could be a small stain on his career.
Yeah.
Really? Even though he had nothing to do with it?
and then do it. He's always going to be compared to what Luka did. The entire time he's in Dallas.
And he got hurt. Like, man.
First
Yeah.
game back.
And just looking at the bigs, he's going to always be – Joel and Jokic will always be looked at as the –
Of this era?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But he also had, before Jokic was Jokic, he was like
was
the
the
big.
guy.
Not to the level.
But then
Not to the level.
Jokic just went to another level.
I would say in his prime years, people were arguing for him being top 5 in the league at that time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But he
those
never
are
had the crown.
Those are the things that people don't remember.
Yeah.
Even today, when I was talking about Tracy McGrady, people, they're not going to remember that Tracy McGrady. They look back, and there is no MVP. There is no run or anything. It's going to be hard to sell people in 15 years. Man, Boy, when the Pelicans swept the Blazers, you had to be there.
You
that
really
shit was
did have
tough,
to be
though.
Yeah,
there,
you
though.
really had to
That
be
shit
there.
was a
was
moment,
fun, bro.
But you're not gonna be able to communicate. That shit was a moment.
I remember where I
bro.
was for Game 4. We were in Milwaukee because we just took a trip. We just got a hotel room in Milwaukee, and we had a dinner that night. And I was like, I can't go to this dinner yet. I got to see how this game goes,
Yeah.
bro. This game is so ridiculous.
And then
That was so
And then
fun.
I vlogged
Drew
this.
Holiday and Rondo was on some. They was really locking up on
Yes,
Dame and
bro.
CJ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that was one of those you really had to be there moments.
For real.
One of my favorite sweeps, because usually a sweep is like, oh, the favorite team is going to win. This team was not favored going
No,
to the
they
series.
weren't.
And they swept them. That's crazy, bro. Shout out to AD and all of the guys.
He was putting up video game numbers.
I was really last year. It would have been fun to see Anthony Edwards and them sweep the Nuggets when they went up 2-0. If they would have really pulled that off, that would have been very fun to watch because that would have been one of those situations where I think the Nuggets were probably favored to win that series.
I like the way that
Probably, yeah.
series went. 2,
Then 2.
No, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Nuggets
it
won
went
Was that
two-
the series where they were just busting each other ass?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah.
have any really good games.
They were all blowouts.
It's still Game 7 with the big comeback.
Yes.
That was the only really good part about it.
It may have went 2, 3, 2.
Next one on the list. Blank has a chance to prove something this playoffs.
As stupid as it sounds, because he's top 5 in the league right now, Tatum. It's probably the first thing that comes to mind.
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell's a good
Donovan
one.
Mitchell's one of them. This playoff run, probably Jimmy Butler. I also had him for something later that we was gonna do, but Jimmy Butler could definitely benefit from a great playoff run right now.
Nikola Jokic. If Nikola Jokic pulls some shit off, greatest big of all time conversation, seriously.
I genuinely think if he wins another championship this year, like you can start making he ends tops 10 of all time. Because even if he doesn't win the MVP this season, he's gonna have 3 years where he's the runner-up while having 3 years of him winning the award,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna have 2 rings on top of
2
it.
Finals MVPs.
Like that's an incredible
And also-
resume.
context,
with
too.
years to go too.
This team is not shit without him. And I know a lot of MVP caliber players, that's the case, but not to this extent.
And he literally has like the age thing.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be able to do this for a while, and his body just
As long as he wants to, he's
Yeah.
gonna be able to do it.
They were talking on the broadcast about it, kind of like a similar conversation. There's no way you can put him in top. I think it was like top 3 conversation all time, like bigs or whatever.
Centers.
And they was like, people are gonna have to start doing their research on the old guys too, like Wilt Chamberlain or Kareem, like so they can compare. Because they were saying that he's probably gonna be on trajectory to surpass them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. Another guy that comes to mind is like, we just ain't seen a big Giannis run in a while. I'm hoping for a Giannis run.
Yeah.
That would be dope. And that's kind of it that comes to mind, honestly.
I got 2 more we could do. Blank isn't the best player on the team, but he is one of the most important. This is definitely the one that I kind of made literally just for Al Horford.
Okay.
I'm just curious. I feel like there's a lot of players that are very similar, where it's like if you kind of take them off the team, this team misses a lot of stuff that which they do.
I'm going to go Evan Mobley because I truly do believe in a playoff series, teams are not going to guard him like they're guarding him right now. They're going to allow him to shoot as many shots as he wants to because you would live with that shot versus a Darius Garland pick and roll. You live with that shot versus anything Donovan Mitchell can do, and he's taking the offensive jump, but we want to see it translate to the postseason. So I think he is as important as anybody that isn't the top guy on their team.
Yeah, for me, I'm for the Cavs. I'm gonna stick with the Cavs because I'm probably gonna go Ty Jerome, DeAndre Hunter, just because I think they help alleviate some of that pressure off the starters, where they can really
Gango.
come out and they can really both put up 20
said
off
what?
the bench.
Gango.
Yes, gang them.
Yeah. My VA boys. I just had a name in mind.
Josh Hart for the Knicks too. He just does so much, and just that hustle. Like you just need a Josh Hart that can really go. out
Tired
there.
of watching them go down to the wire with the Aaron Gordon.
Shoot 42% in the playoffs.
They
gonna
can
win some
survive.
series.
Yeah, they gonna win.
They're going to win.
You think he gonna do that?
Nah, I wouldn't bet on it.
Julius Randle.
Look at the shot that he's taking. He's a
Oh, yeah,
right-handed
Julius
player,
Randle.
but he can't have it from the right side because of the tree. So he's shooting it left-handed, and look how he's holding his glove. This is why we love golf. Xander Schauffele.
I would have just took a drop.
Man, you can't look. He's already won over.
That's a good hit too.
No, it's deep rough. It could have been a lot better.
I was saying compared to what
it
I would
was-
have done.
Oh, compared to what you would have
that
done.
was so close to the water.
Yeah.
The last one I have is this season would be better if blank was playing.
Joel Embiid. Just because I think it makes the Eastern Conference so much more interesting. I think now it's the Cavs and the Celtics.
Yeah.
Well, I think if Joel's playing and he's healthy, he's playing at the MVP level.
You got to at least think about him.
Yeah, the conference is just so much more wide open, I think. Because now you have legitimately, I think, 3 possible contenders.
Yeah, I don't have an answer better than that one, but I'll give something.
'Cause I can't think out west.
I was thinking
No one
about Vic.
was anyone
having
significant
Vic
injured out
at
west?
least. It's just like we get another competitive team,
Vic,
but I guess that would have been fight for a play-in.
I would probably go.
The whole Pelicans for me.
Oh yeah, the whole
DeJounte Murray has been out
their
for a
whole
lot of
team was
time.
hurt. Yeah,
Let's go AD. Until this injury, he was pretty healthy. Right now, they're the 10th seed, or Kyrie for the rest of the year. I don't know. Joel Embiid is the answer. Like, legitimately, it's really just Joel.
It's Joel and Paul George. Well, Paul George technically was hurt while he was playing.
I think they still make the playoff, even with Paul George being out.
Yeah,
Because Joel Embiid's that good. And the Eastern Conference is that ass. Speaking of ass in the Eastern Conference, I know you ain't been able to watch your Bulls, but have you been at least keeping up with the success of your Bulls?
I mean, mainly like I've seen the success of Josh Giddey and like how he's pretty much been shooting the 3 ball at like 38%.
On the season, but in the last month, it's 45%.
Yeah, he's been shooting lights out.
I took a little screenshot of his little
and then like
stuff.
I know he's been a lot more aggressive. He looks a lot more comfortable on the court. So that's really it.
I hope it don't come back to bite us in the ass.
You know it will.
It definitely will.
Because that stuff could look good on paper. Josh Giddey is like,
They have
even
been
before this jump, like before even
I must
that,
have
like Josh
deleted
Giddey
it.
could put up some crazy stats on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it comes down to some of the other little stuff that's like, who the hell is that?
You can
Oh, damn.
You can see that?
Is that Darrick?
Yeah.
Might be my new Xbox.
What was you
picture.
doing?
What is it?
He was on vacation under that waterfall.
Oh, you crazy. But I would still let restricted free agents to determine his market. I wouldn't just give him $30 million.
I would agree.
There's no reason for me to just give him $30 million.
I would agree. Even if he's worth the $30 million, why pay something
If the market
if the
doesn't
market
say,
don't say it?
Yeah, if the market said if people if other now the
In
thing
every
is,
circumstance
other
except
teams,
for ours. Pay
Yeah.
us the most, but pay everybody else market value.
do you think another team might offer it to him just because they know just to fuck up the Bulls?
I just don't think there's many teams with salary cap this year. It's like 4 teams, and none of those teams,
Yeah.
like the Brooklyn Nets,
No.
are the only. They probably spend it somewhere else.
Yes.
So I hope they learn their mistake from the Patrick Williams thing. That's all.
Yeah, especially what did they give him 5 years, 90,
Yeah.
something like that. That's just stupid.
It is. But they've been a fun team. But again, you can't look at it from that lens all the time because you got to think about this team obviously has a big cap on their ceiling.
Yeah.
Next year after that, you want to get as many lottery odds as possible. Trey Jones has been really good. Zach Collins has been really good. Modest has been really good. Pretty much everybody from the trade that's come over has performed to their levels and better.
So you happy again as a Bulls fan?
No, because we're losing lottery odds. I'm watching and I'm entertained, but think about the teams that's in the East right now and they're playing. We have a chance to win 2 playing games and then lose the lottery completely. We just have the 16th pick.
It was so unfortunate that the Sixers just couldn't get their shit together.
Yeah.
Because the Bulls were losing, but then the Sixers were also losing.
Yeah.
So that gap never closed.
And
it
now
was like,
the Heat can't score in the fourth
Yes.
quarter and they're losing every single game.
I-
We're 1 game behind them for the night. We might host a playing game. And then Orlando Magic, we
It's so
beat them in the
crazy.
regular season a few times already. So
I had the prediction that like the East was basically gonna stay the same, except for like the Bucks and the Pacers gonna flip, and it's just how it is. I guess the play-in teams are kind of flipping around, but
yeah, the top 60s are set.
they're set. They're literally
Because
set.
there's no way no
nothing
one's
you can do,
catching the
yeah.
Pistons. Shout out to the Pistons.
What's
for-
Quentin
the Pistons.
Grimes' contract situation?
I think he is
I
restricted
think
this year.
I think he's a free agent.
If I was, y'all can't.
You
If
was
he
gonna
was
say if you
who?
were the Bucks,
The Bulls.
all the Bulls.
If I ain't get $90 million to Patrick Williams, face it.
All right, what
And
else?
I don't think nobody even wants that contract.
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
You can't even trade him.
It's a little loud in here, ain't it?
What you mean?
Nothing. What we got next, Mike? This was your idea for today's episode.
We kind of just did this shit too, but
A
In a
little
way.
bit. Kind of following on to the fill in the blank for the final one. I thought this can go a lot of ways. So it is, what if blank wins a championship? What could it do to them with career, narrative, whatever it is? And I feel like we could be real. It don't matter who it is. This is all hypothetical.
yeah, I wrote down a bunch of names.
Start off with the name that you referenced a little bit earlier with the Warriors.
Oh, Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, for me, I have Jimmy Butler on here too.
Same.
Just because I feel like it will be for him and Luka. They both kind of tie in together because they both were traded, and I think they both could be like the ultimate revenge like response. And it's also like y'all traded me, bet. So, well, Jimmy wanted to be traded, but in Luka case, it's kind of like
Bet. Y'all gave me what I wanted. I'm going to show y'all. Don't
both-
ever do what I tell you to do.
they both are playoff risers, and they're both on teams where they legitimately have more talent, and I think they are in better situations to where they could really thrive and take their game to another level, and also be complemented by LeBron or Jimmy being able to play like playoff Jimmy, but also having Steph Curry and Draymond next to him. So it just elevates a lot of things to a higher level to where even like Jimmy don't even have to go out and drop 40 to try to barely win a playoff game. Now Jimmy can go out there and have a nice little 15, 8-8, and still play great defense and be extremely impactful to where he doesn't even have to do all that, to where he's laying on a stanchion, bent over, gassed,
Laying
out of
on a
air.
stanchion, bent over.
We all know what I mean, but like, I think he
Laying
could
on a
really have a
stanchion,
big
How
playoff
you
run. And they
laying
can do a
on a
lot for him.
stanchion bent over?
You laying down and bent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are two different positions, my guy. But
Nah,
no,
Trust me. I've seen a person lay down and be bent over. It's possible.
Oh, crazy. Jimmy Butler's right now, his resume is 6-time All-Star, 5-time NBA, 5-time All-Defensive, Most Improved Player, Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Is that what the hell? Is that on Basketball Reference now? Oh, Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Oh,
Jimmy Butler, as is a Hall of Famer. Especially consider his 2 playoff runs where, underdog get into both of them. But a championship on top of that, which is...
That's what I wrote mine. Like, I just said Jimmy get his first ring.
Yeah.
You wrote a revenge tour. I just want Jimmy to get his ring.
Yeah, it's something about like these guys have been trying to get it for so long. It's just they're getting it at the tail end of their career, which is kind of crazy. One of my guys, kind of like building off the old guys, is like if James Harden was able to somehow, some way win a championship, I think that kind of goes into with like Kawhi or whatever being healthy and them having a chance. But
3 teams for Kawhi too. That would be.
yeah, that's actually impressive.
and it would be the first for the Clippers, and it would be the first for the Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have brought
Just
2
change some
teams.
franchises,
He
huh?
brought 2
Anywhere
teams
he-
their very first championship.
It'd be funny too if it happened post Paul George, Kawhi Leonard Clippers too.
Yeah.
It's just like super unexpected on a year where they were basically just
Paul
trying to
George
fill in
had to sit his
the
ass down somewhere.
happened on a year where basically they were just trying to fill seats for their new arena.
Yeah.
The Jimmy Butler thing ties in the Curry.
Yeah.
A 5th championship.
Yes.
I wrote
Oh,
Steph
yeah.
Curry, greatest
Yeah.
PG ever.
That's the
Yeah,
only
greatest.
conversation you can have if he get that 5th
Especially
one.
5. Especially if he get that other one at 37 and he the finals
I think that
MVP.
might just solidify. I think there's a lot of people that already see
As a
him
number one?
as
Yeah.
a number one.
Yeah.
Because Magic has 5 championships as well. Magic has an extra MVP award as well. But the resumes other than that are pretty similar as far as how many All-Stars, how many All-NBAs. So getting another championship after losing Kevin, like getting 2 championships post Kevin Durant would just do a lot legacy-wise.
I hate how some of the old heads try to say that Steph Curry isn't a point guard. I hate that. It
I don't
just
know,
it
but
actually it bothers me.
If you ain't Mark Jackson or John Stockton or Jason Kidd or Steve Nash, you're
Yes.
not a point guard no more.
And
You
I just-
got to be pass first.
And I think that shit is stupid.
I do think that's stupid as well.
Because like the game evolves, so naturally the point guard position is going to evolve. You don't want not everybody's going to be a Magic Johnson.
I enjoy the conversation when it's just a conversation, but it ain't to. Some people do it to kind of like discredit Steph.
Discredit
it's just
him,
fun
yeah.
from a basketball, the system that they run standpoint, but he's a point guard, man.
Yeah, he literally plays point guard. No one on that team is playing point guard.
Every position is evolving. You think about it.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
My number one, my number one was, I think that OKC can kind of shift the culture in a way to where like a lot of people look at them being a young team, even though they are really good.
They're the
they
youngest team,
Yeah, they're the youngest. They question whether or not they should be taken serious in a playoff series. And I think if they really come out and win and they do it convincingly, I think not even convincingly, but even if they just win,
Yeah, just winning.
they really shift the culture, and now teams kind of got to feel like, damn, this is the youngest team in the league, and they just won it. How do we even keep up with that? Because they're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
They're going to be here for a while.
Right.
And there's nothing we could really do. Shea's probably going to win multiple MVPs, and I just think there could be a shift where OKC now really is the mecca and like the team to beat in the league.
The Mecca.
Because like they're so damn young. And you got to fear the fact Chet is only gonna get better. J-Dub is only gonna get better. Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, they still got Nikola. I don't know. We still don't know if Nikola Jokic is gonna play, but like we know he was a top lottery pick for a reason, so he definitely got some skill. So like you just gotta think
And
all these dudes.
17 future first rounders coming up
and
next.
then all the first and the picks. So like they also got the ability to go get any star they want with all those picks. So this could really be a very convincing and shifting win if they won.
If it did, it would be a new generation.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan kind of set the tone with, like, a lot of people weren't able to get rings because some one player dominated. Now we would see Jokic got a ring, Giannis got a ring, Tatum got a ring, Shea got a ring. It would just create this new thing where, it's the era where everybody get their ring.
And
Rings for
I
everybody.
honestly love that parody.
I do too.
Because like you never know.
I
And
like
even
the
if you think
parody,
you
but
know,
I do want somebody to dominate it, I ain't gonna lie.
you want to see another Golden State
I
Warriors.
want to see the No, I want to see parody, but I want to see somebody dominate with the parody.
Like, this is the team we're going after. Because teams right now don't look at OKC as like the
Yeah.
big
Yes.
dog.
Yeah.
You know, they respect them, but they're not looking at like, oh, we got to stay away from this team. Actually, reports are the opposite. Teams are like, we okay with being on this side of the bracket with them. So I get what you're saying, P. Because even though it wasn't the most parody-riddled part of the NBA, when people were gunning for the Heat, that shit was fun.
Yes.
That shit was really fun.
When you say
Now it
Jokic,
just feels-
doesn't Jokic have that target on his back?
I felt the Celtics did. I feel like
Yeah,
the
I feel
Celtics
like-
was like,
It's whoever wins the championship, really.
but they
Yeah.
not only won it, but they have like this perfect team that fit
Yeah.
what they want to do. And it's the East, and it's just like
Teams out east and teams out west, they trying to match themselves up
only
for once they go
online do
against
they
the
say the shit
Celtics.
that they say about the Celtics.
Yeah,
And Jayson Tatum.
the only thing about the Celtics is the East is just so damn weak that none of those other teams below them could even remotely feel like they could fuck with them. Except for maybe like the Knicks or the Bucks. They probably, but like they would now play the Atlanta Hawks. There's no way the Atlanta Hawks feel like they
Trey get them a game. He usually get them
remotely
one.
feel like they're a threat. But if they was the 2 seed out west, they would now play the Timberwolves, and Anthony Edwards won all that smoke, and he feel like he could definitely go in there and win that series. So it's just like it's two completely different things.
Yeah. Yeah, the team that comes out west deserves some type of title for sure. Because it's going to be a dogfight every single series.
Yeah,
You're not going to have one walkthrough
But
series.
the Thunder are also 11 games above the second team.
Yeah, they are.
The Celtics would have to play against a team that's the best team in the NBA. That's what's more important. Fuck getting through the first round. Fuck out of here. Both teams probably going to run through the first round anyway. Because if the Timberwolves are as good as we think, they won't even play the Thunder. The Thunder are going to play the 8th seed.
Yeah, which would be the Clippers. Well, no, I was saying the 2. You was talking about the Celtics, and I was saying they were the 2 seed out east. So essentially, their 7 seed matchup really ain't no competition.
I'm
and
saying
they
for the
not
Thunder, they shouldn't really have no competition. If they're as good as we think they are, as good as the Clippers are, they should bust the Clippers' ass.
Well, no, I was just talking about the 2 seed. Like I was saying, like the Nuggets. The Nuggets are the 2 seed. If they played, they would now play if it started today, they would play the Timberwolves. And I also just took the Celtics and put them out west. I was saying that it was a
You're
different.
putting the Celtics out west.
Yes, if they were the 2 seed out west.
But my
they would-
rebuttal is still the same. They would still have to, even as a 2 seed, get through the Cavs, which is a team that's technically the best team in the NBA.
Yeah.
The Thunder, or I keep going to the Thunder because they're the best team out west. They are, 11 or so games? What about the
Yeah.
I guess it's the same because the Nuggets would have to get through the Thunder. So
Yes.
it's the same type of difficulty, hypothetically, because the Cavs would have to meet them. They both got to get there, obviously. Which I hope. I hate when you got 2 top teams and they don't get a chance to meet.
Yeah. I think the Cavs, based on what we've seen so far, it kind of seems like the Cavs and Celtics will meet in the conference finals.
That's how it should be.
That's
Honestly.
how it
Because, like, it's just, I just don't, it would be tough for me to say that the Knicks or the Bucks could beat either one of those teams. Like, I know that they can, but, like, it just, on paper, it just don't even seem like it.
No, I feel
It just
you.
don't seem realistic.
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about the depth of those teams. The Bucks,
The Knicks have not shown that they can do anything with the Celtics.
yeah.
Like,
And that's so
legitimate.
crazy because coming into the season, I thought they had like almost a perfect matchup.
Yeah.
But I think it's just levels to it, honestly, at the end of the day, especially I think defensively.
Yeah, I remember that first game of the season.
That
Boy.
That shit you
They-
can damn near throw away.
They-
First game of the season, they almost break the record for made threes in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't even have to do that, though, to beat us, though.
No.
They don't.
That was a crazy one, but yeah.
That was such a crazy opening game. And the Knicks didn't even play bad that game.
It feel like an eternity ago too.
It do.
Knicks did not play bad that game. That's crazy.
They just legitimately just had to withstand a
I kind of walked out of there
barrage.
like, oh, the Knicks are gonna be okay, and they have been okay.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
yeah, it's
kinda
just that tier, man. It's just that tier. The Knicks are actually a really good team. It's just that Celtics, Thunder,
The
half
Cavs.
tier is just,
It's hard to breach into that tier, man.
man, it is.
So
It really
hard.
is.
What do you think is the piece that could get y'all there? Or do you think it's just internal development? Or
I thought my biggest thing was always losing Isaiah Hartenstein.
yeah.
Just a guy that put on that hard hat.
You know who the
Defended
iHeart clone
well.
is?
Who?
Go get Dayron Sharpe.
Yeah, I like Dayron Sharpe. I don't know if he's a clone, but he's gonna be good. I
Yeah,
like
he is.
I like Dayron Sharpe for sure. I'm a big Dayron Sharpe fan. I love extra possessions on the offensive floor.
yeah.
But
was that last year where he damn near set the record for highest offensive rebound rate? Or was that 2
Was
years
it?
ago?
I
He just
remember
didn't qualify
something
with the
like that.
minutes, so it
Right.
didn't count in history. But he was
You
damn
know
near
how
there.
unfair it would be to have Dayron and Josh Hart on the court at the same time?
that's how I felt. iHeart.
You always score. You just get every extra possession.
iHeart was getting all them boards, man.
They would have possessions where they would probably get like 6 offensive boards.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
We got a Mike Breen double bang too on that McHale shot. I don't know
Yes.
if
I've
anybody
seen
else-
Yeah.
someone say that he just handing out the double bangs now.
Some of the inflation to the double bangs.
That was
the
a tough-
Nuggets winner. What if the Nuggets win a championship? Jokic becomes one of the, and then Russ gets a ring.
Russ, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I was talking about him shooting them three, bro. He be shooting with confidence.
bro.
Hey,
That
I
went
love-
off the
I love that
glass.
shooter
He had to
with
pull up
confidence.
off the glass. I say, okay, Russ. That look like
Them
Russ.
corner threes be money.
I love it and I hate it, Mike.
Why?
Because you want to keep teams honest, right? You can't go into a basketball game shaking your boots because they leaving you open. But also when it's bad, it's real bad. Like a 0 for 4 feels so much worse.
But he also does a lot of the other things.
Yeah,
too.
for sure, for
that
sure.
kind of makes up for it. Even though he still could be a little OC sometimes at times, but for the most part, I'm enjoying watching Russell Westbrook in Denver just because I'm rooting for him.
Yes.
And I was rooting for him even before, but it's like it's so fun to see him in a situation where he's able to thrive and be himself, and you could tell that he's empowered. Those threes that he's taking, nobody's complaining or there's no bad body language. They
He
honestly
still
don't give
give a kick
fuck.
out every time.
Yeah, they still kick it to him, and they want him to shoot those shots. And you could tell that he's playing with some of the best confidence we've seen of late. Obviously, he won MVP, so that's his most
I think
confidence we've
he's
seen
doing
him play. But
He's doing the better thing too of taking the second one. I think Draymond said a long time ago, like the first one I was gonna be there, but it's the second one to come around that's more in the flow. Because was it against whatever team they play? Was it maybe the Celtics? He was at the top of the key and
It's so funny.
I'm thinking about that Draymond quote. Go ahead.
he was at the top of the key, and I think it was whoever guarding him had to be like 10 feet off him. And he wasn't really looking at the rim, kicked it to Jokic. He kind of moved away, and he was wide open still. And that second time he caught it, he was like real confident with his jump shot. And it's a lot. It looks a lot better than him just walking up saying, "Oh, I'm open. Let me shoot this three," versus
Right.
like, "Let me catch it in the offense."
well, Draymond Green definitely always has that first one.
Yeah, Draymond Green said, I know I'm open and I can take the shot, but if I'm not confident in taking the shot, then why should I take the shot? Do y'all remember that quote?
I mean,
It's
it
fucking
makes sense.
ridiculous. It is. But it's just-
Especially when you're talking about, I could just do a dribble handoff for Steph. They're going to send 2 at him, and I can just get an easy layup.
It
So-
always look weird though for a player not to look at the rim when he has the ball.
This is so I don't know if it's Steph Noah or Steven Noah. He put up a picture last night of the way the Atlanta Hawks were guarding Chris Dunn, and they weren't.
Yeah.
Spoiler. And then Owen Phillips, he put it together a graphic from the F5. Can y'all name the players who are involuntarily defended by centers the most? So these are players that teams put the center on because they don't trust you to shoot, and they just
Josh
Russell Westbrook.
Josh Hart's number 6.
Russell Westbrook.
I don't know the list.
Would Lou Dort be on that list?
Lou Dort is on the list. He's number 3.
And
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon is not on the list.
Does minutes matter? Because would Ben Simmons be on that
Ben
list?
Simmons is number 1.
Okay. I thought-
Ben Simmons is number 1. But he also now plays center for the
Yeah.
Clippers. Like, he legitimately takes Zubats off the
Josh
court.
Giddey
That's exactly what I was about to.
Not in the top 15.
Really?
got the
Okay.
ball too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All of these guys are not none of them are creators. They're off-ball players for sure.
P.J. Washington.
No.
They're guards.
got-
Zion Williamson.
You got Zion. You got 2 Warriors on the team.
Draymond Green.
Nope.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Nope.
Jimmy Butler.
Nope.
Who the hell would be on the Warriors?
The 6'2" point center.
Oh, Gary Payton.
Gary
II.
Payton.
That makes a lot.
Also,
of sense.
Kyle Anderson when he played
Oh,
for the
yeah.
Warriors.
Kyle
okay.
Anderson,
You
yeah.
also got Alex Caruso, Ajax from the Bucks,
Ajax.
That makes
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense right there.
Josh Green, Peyton Watson, Aaron Wiggins, Keon Johnson.
Aaron Wiggins is being guarded by centers.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
No wonder why he be cooking it. No
Keon
wonder why he be
Johnson,
cooking.
okay.
Keon Johnson, Kevin Huerter when he was on the Kings, Terrence Mann, and then Isaiah Joe.
I actually never like watching a lot of the Thunder. I've never noticed that Aaron Wiggins is being guarded by
I
centers.
just feel like that's what they have to do.
Yeah.
You know, like, because Isaiah Joe's number 15.
Yeah.
People, if he was on any other team, they're not putting a center on Isaiah Joe
Yeah.
because he's just too lethal of a shooter. But I always got some options. So I just thought that was an interesting shout out to
Isaiah Joe
Owen
moves
Phillips.
without the ball too.
Yes, he
So, like,
does.
I would hate to have my center chasing
Mm-hmm.
chasing a shooter, but I guess you don't really have an option.
To get back to the original conversation, though, we talk about what it can mean for a player. I think somebody mentioned the name Luka.
Yeah.
Luka, of course, got to the finals last year, didn't get over the hump, but we pretty much anticipated that he was going to play in multiple finals in his career. If he was able to do that this season, an already Hall of Fame career goes even higher. You know,
Especially about doing it for a prestigious franchise
think
like the
this-
Lakers, and you're
that's-
doing it next to LeBron.
Yep.
I would love to see them two in the finals because I would be very interested to see who Finals MVP went to. Like, would they?
I think it's going to LeBron. Bro.
It's going to LeBron
Hey,
naturally.
on some real stuff, and I'm just trying to put it into perspective. But like, if I was in LeBron's shoes and somehow, some way, I made it back to the finals, and I just needed 4 more wins. I just got to go all out.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally I can't leave anything on the table. I'm probably averaging 30 plus that series. I'm probably averaging 10 plus boards. I'm dominating this series.
Yeah.
It would just be so fun.
Luka also just is such a playoff riser, too, that I can't put it past him that Luka might end up
That
averaging
whole-
40, in the
I know we
series.
got golf. That hole they just played, I think we played that on the
On the
simulator.
we've played this. We definitely played
Was it
You played this course?
TPG
Okay.
Saul something.
Because I'm
Saul
like,
Green?
I remember hitting the ball in the water just like he did on this exact same hole.
Big simulator guy. We've definitely played this.
Is that similar to spot? This is quick 10. They have the leaderboards, right? Like, you say who is the best on this hole? You ain't never gotten close.
Boy, what? Have you? Boy, them dudes be 12 under par.
Now, anytime I be at the simulator, there be people next to us. I be hearing them hit the shit out them balls. Bro.
Yes.
I know they be looking at out there like,
They don't hear no noise over here.
especially
Now
when
we
I
hit it
step up.
hard. Trust, we hit it hard. It just don't go straight.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we killing that
Yes.
ball. Derrick hit it 300 yards once upon a time. He hit that ball hard.
It went out of bounds. though.
They be going there full golf's uniform,
real. Yeah.
everything.
I'm telling you, the one that I've been to recently here, they got like full leagues and people dress up as if they're on tour.
Damn.
They have sponsorships for simulator golf, bro.
Oh,
like
that's-
local businesses.
That's what's up.
Damn.
It's kind of elite. I'm gonna go to one of the
Event.
one of the tournaments and just chill. Just sit back and see what a good simulator golfer looks like.
Do it.
Because it's obviously different than being a real
Yes.
good golfer. The lies are different and everything.
I feel like you're gonna miss the sunlight, man.
100%. 100%.
Another guy I have on here is Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
One reason is I just think it would be I think the city of Cleveland, them getting a second championship with another superstar would just be very fun. It wouldn't be like this long dry spell to what I know they are in a dry spell, but like it's normal to go through this type of
Gilbert
length.
said he would win it without Bron.
Yeah. And like
It's almost happening.
for him to come and bring life to the city the way he has, it's just been fun to watch. And I think him being able to win post Utah and go out and get one in Cleveland where they haven't really had a lot of success outside of LeBron, it would just mean a lot to the city and him. He would really staple himself as like a Cleveland legend.
Yeah, he's got 6 All-Star appearances. This year would be his 2nd All-NBA appearance. That's his whole resume. So you had a championship on that. And you start thinking
And potential
long-term.
Finals MVP
Finals
too.
MVP.
The way
potential,
his
yeah.
game would have to rise, it would have to be a legendary run.
Yeah.
It would probably get him into that like top 10 conversations. Like legit.
Yeah, in the league, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, his last playoff series, when they lost to
Is that
Boston,
against the-
he played 3 games before he got injured. He was 31-6-5.
Yeah.
Series before that, 29-5-4. Series before that is when they lost against the Knicks in 5, 23 points per game.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
But y'all know the bubbles.
He's about a good 30 points walking
Yep.
around and when it comes playoff
What about the
time.
Bucks? Giannis, Dame, first ring.
I think so. So where do y'all have Giannis right now, all time, off the top of your head? Is he a top 15 player of all time? 2 MVPs, 1 championship,
I think so.
DPOY.
I
Yeah.
think so.
So another championship, you start to think about him top 10 for sure, right?
Yeah.
And then Dame, he's top 75, but he was at the end of the top 75,
My
top
fault.
76 list.
Yeah.
So a championship on top of that, because in order for them to win it, both of these dudes got to go supernova. So you
Yeah.
assume that the stats are ridiculous.
What would be another low-key thing on that team is Kyle Kuzma would have 2 rings, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
He would have to turn back
Damn.
into a great role player, Kyle Kuzma, too.
Yeah.
He
would
has.
Yeah, he's been good. He just
2
ain't making
championships.
threes.
Yeah.
Once if the 3 balls start to fall, it could get real dangerous out there.
Don't let him get hot, baby.
Oh yeah, all you got to do is get hot for 16 games. If you get hot for 16 games, you can win.
said
that.
that shit like
that's
it was-
so long. 16 games. God damn.
Getting hot for a series is one thing enough.
Yeah. Because if you get hot for a series and it's the first series, no matter what you do in the next series, that's all people care about.
Yeah.
That's all people care about.
Do people
PJ
remember when
Washington was hot for
Caleb
1 series, and people still talk about it like he was averaging 40.
Because in that one series,
It was, hey,
He was
doing
hot.
his thing.
he was hot
It-
at
it meant
yes,
Definitely did.
because he was torching OKC.
I don't have any more names.
Yeah, I had Luka, Jimmy, OKC in general, and Donovan Mitchell. Those are my top 4. LeBron, obviously.
Tatum get ring number 2. What does that look like?
Oh,
What does that mean
I
for
would
Tatum?
just love
Is
it.
it-
Out of
is
this
the
world.
Second ring by
disrespect-
26,
Out of this
27?
world, man.
I would love it, bro.
I
Me
feel like
too.
it's still
'Cause, like,
gonna be
I just all-
disrespect out there on his name.
I don't
100%.
care.
It never will
I
go
don't
away.
care.
But
That's just the
also,
way it is.
fuck what the media's saying. Like, just go out there. You know who you are. We know the accolades. We
If
see the
you
success.
are
Who you say you are,
Yeah.
a superstar.
Tatum, then
he been
have
on-
no fear.
Tatum been on one, man.
Yeah.
Once he get that switch and he start working, he better watch out. If that 3 ball falling, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, I think that's all the players that even have a chance to start.
Yeah,
off with,
that's
you know?
why I want.
Hey, what if Kevin Durant get another ring this year?
Yes,
we gotta get in.
I will.
That's what he did.
What, with James Harden?
Hard to get
Yeah.
that ring.
I was just thinking about the old heads that ain't
No,
never got it.
if Zoo get that ring,
Your ass getting
What?
punched.
we gonna have to get
Why I
you.
gotta get
We gotta buy you a Zubats jersey.
I want you to take that fucking hat off your head.
Nah, because my hair look worse than this hat.
No, it don't.
It do.
That motherfucker got a dookie green hat, man.
He loves saying Dookie green.
I don't
I
know
had
what-
3 different shades of green. He just said they all Dookie color.
Your dookie can change color.
Definitely can.
If you eat vegetables. I know you don't, so I'm sorry. I know your shit just brown. Motherfucker ain't had no leaf
and wet.
in that stomach, just in the lungs.
I
You
had
play
some,
MLB?
No, I haven't.
You been playing KB?
Heavily.
My timing is off so bad. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm washed.
I still ain't called it yet, and I played basically all yesterday.
Yeah.
I still
You
ain't
got
called
your Xbox on 120 frames, all right?
Huh?
For your Xbox, you can set it to 120 frames.
Uh,
So that means you see the ball faster, and then also when you hit A, it'll be a faster response.
it should be what it's always been.
No,
If you
for
have your-
120, it's like you have to put it on that. 60 is the default, so it's gonna be a little slower.
Also, if you have your graphics card hooked up to it, it might be stuck at 60. So that's why I don't have my graphics card on my Xbox. I have my graphics card.
That's why I don't
on my
know.
PlayStation.
For me to stream MLB, I would probably have to get something that can take or can visualize 120 so people can see it.
Yeah.
Because if I put it on 120 frames on my Xbox, it just shows up as black on my capture card.
Oh.
Yeah, capture card don't got that type of
It's just
hardware.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I look like
I played against Shohei. His shit with. I was like, oh my goodness.
Who did I play against?
who's
the
gonna
other
be
day?
the pitcher that you know how they always had that one pitcher at the start
Edward
of the year?
Cabrera is just throwing 102 out the
just
gate.
Insane.
Oh my god. I don't
Gonna
know.
be Paul
I don't know who that
Skeens?
is. Yes,
Paul
it's Paul
Skeens?
Skeens. He's throwing 101. I played against him in a conquest game yesterday. He's throwing 101.
Paul Skeens.
I was waiting for an off-speed pitch. He could
He
have
had
thrown me
thrown one?
all. No, he did. He could have thrown me all fastballs and just struck me out because I was not gonna swing.
But the offseason was killing me too because I was sitting and waiting and I just couldn't. You Darvish, leaving that shit across the plane.
How you feel about your draft?
It was cool.
We did our fantasy baseball. I had a different strategy this year.
I actually like my team. I like my team way better than last year.
Okay.
Because I felt like I got a mixture. I got consistency with J-Ram, who also steals bases, gets on base, don't strike out too much.
Their first round pick.
Yep. I got power with Schwarber. I got Lindor. I got pitching with who the hell was my pitcher? My first pitcher. I didn't get a chance to look at your team.
So I went this year. I didn't draft my first pitcher to the 7th round with the idea
Damn.
that somebody is going to take off this first week as a pitcher, and I will have to just be on my P's and Q's and pick them up off waiver. And thinking that like somebody else's position players might get injured, I got a surplus, baby. Come talk to me. That was the idea.
Who's your first? You had back-to-back.
I had Tatis at the last pick of the first round, and then I followed that up with Ellie De La Cruz, who was lower down the board, but I'm just like, I'm projecting a lot for Ellie. Still 100 bases, not realistically, but still a bunch of bases and so
I
on.
got Hunter Brown, Jack Flaherty, Max Fried, Logan Gilbert, Hunter Green. So my pitcher nice.
Shout out to my friend Hunter Green.
Ain't he one of them what you call it, Battle Royale legends?
Yeah, he also could throw 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got J Ram, Ozzy Albies, Jazz Chisholm, Francisco Lindor, Kyle Schwarber, Brenton Doyle, Christian Walker,
I always got to pick somebody from a really bad team.
and Yanner Diaz.
Just hope that they turn up.
I also got my boy Young Ho Lee. I like
I'm still trying to get a young
trying to get
Hoku.
guys that don't strike out, man.
Ain't that? That's just isn't that kind of inevitable though in baseball?
No.
Not necessarily. I mean, there's a big gap between the Joey Gallos of the world and then the regulars.
Home run or strikeout.
Yeah.
Oh, you saying you don't want somebody's home run? Okay.
I don't want somebody who's going to strike out a bunch of times. You're going to strike out, but
Yeah. You want somebody that's giving you consistency on home runs, base hits, and
and walks.
Yes.
Get on base.
I like
when you
that.
get on base, steal, score.
I started watching Invincible yesterday.
So
What's
many people been
the
telling me to
animated?
watch this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an anime show? Oh.
It's not anime, it's animated.
Oh, okay.
And obviously I'm not talking about it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's been out for years at this point.
It has been.
But I'm on the season 1 finale. It's the first thing I'm doing when I get home. It's lit though.
What is it like? What is it about?
Just watch that.
Superheroes.
Watch.
Oh, it's a superhero show?
I feel like
You watched the first episode?
the pilot episode, yeah.
The pilot
Not of
episode.
the whatever new shit. I've seen the season 1, episode 1 pilot
Derek,
episode, yeah.
I promise you, if you just sit down on Amazon Prime and you watch season 1, episode 1, you will want to watch the rest of the show.
Okay.
Just don't look at no trailer. Go in completely blind, season 1, episode 1.
Okay.
You're gonna fall in love with the show. And I'm not spoiling nothing, obviously, but I've been having a lot of fun with it.
I still gotta watch Love Is Blind. I feel like having.
Y'all Love Is Blind segment been kind of dead for like
I
6
haven't-
months now.
I haven't tapped into
I
the new
haven't.
season yet.
I watched the first episode and I can't even tell you what happened. I kind of forgot. I gotta
Bro.
rewatch it.
My new show that I've been watching a lot is Chopped.
Chopped is,
Oh,
an
Chopped was
amazing
the
background
cooking show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That used to be a really good show.
And it be so
Do they make
crazy.
new episodes?
I'm not
That's
sure.
why you
It's
just watching the old
it's so
ones.
many episodes.
so
that
No,
they-
yeah,
like,
it's so many. I
many.
just didn't know if they were making new ones. That's why
They probably do. It's
Yeah.
such an easy thing to
All of
record
those
and do.
reality cooking shows are so cheap to make.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, they're so cheap.
And
to
like the prize for it is like $10,000.
Yeah.
So it's not like somebody winning 100,000 every like
Yeah.
episode or something like
It's
that.
that's the show where you like get random ingredients you got to put together the dish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Gordon Ramsay has one. It's Hell's. No, it's not Hell's Kitchen, right?
Master Chef?
MasterChef.
MasterChef.
I love MasterChef.
See, that was
MasterChef.
serialized, and we used to love MasterChef.
Yes.
Because you get to fall in love with the characters.
Yes.
You
You
rooted
get
for
to
people.
know their stories
Yeah.
and like you get to see sometimes they might fuck up, but then Gordon Ramsay and them will get them another chance, and they'll be like, I'm not gonna let you down ever again. And then you see them really go in the kitchen and really get in their bag, and like they continue to. I'm like,
The thing with
I rock with you. You gave him your word, and you ain't let him down. Like that's really what you fall in love with.
The thing with Chop though is it's like you said they give you this random like basket of ingredients, and it'll be like some boar meat or whatever, but you only have like 30 minutes, like 20 or 30 minutes to cook these full ass meals. And a lot of times when they presenting it, like obviously when the people eating it, they be like, the meat is undercooked. It's not all the way through. It's like I don't know how you expect them to make all this shit in 30 minutes.
You gotta really tap into your bag as
Yes,
a
you do.
culinary chef. Because like realistically, if you go out to dinner and you have to, as a chef, if you have to make the meal, you have to make it within
Like
20 to 30
reasonable
minutes.
time.
Yeah, so like it's actually pretty realistic to what a
Bro,
restaurant seating would be.
when I worked at what's that damn sandwich shop? Firehouse Subs, you only have like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
You only have a certain amount of time to make the sandwich.
Yes.
And like they used to get on your ass. I remember like one time he asked me if I made it in time. I said, yeah. Like just trying to get him out my face.
So you don't push your cards back.
I do push my cards back, by the way.
You lie to your bosses. No, just
He deserved
he
it.
got it. Yeah, he did. Fuck wrong with him, nigga. No, I took my time. I made the sandwich with love.
It's because it's got the little time stamps or whatever. It'll print it out. And I was like 2 minutes behind or whatever. And he's trying to make a big deal. Like, you just got the customer is the most important thing. If you're not getting his sandwich on time, especially because it's lunchtime and you only got 30 minutes. I'm like, bro, he got his shit. He good.
Hey, I actually do feel that as a consumer though, because if I was in my 30-minute, and you said 2 minutes though, so that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
But
I know. I feel that when I was at Goodwill, I would go to Taco Bell all the time for like my lunch. And I remember one time they took my whole lunch to make some shit because it was busy.
Ooh, they bogus. Because Firehouse is different than Taco Bell.
I remember I paid for my shit and I was just waiting. I'm like, bro, I'm finna stay here until I get my shit and I eat before I go
you want to
back
hear
to
some
work.
big back shit?
What?
I worked 6 minutes away at a place called Flavor Kim. Bro, me and my coworkers decided one break. We may have had an hour. We had an hour break, 30 minutes. We was gonna go all the way to Uncle Remus. When we got back, the time was cutting close, man. We was like, boy, we finna eat this. I got us bent. Just like, cause it's like, yeah, what you gonna say? I'm eating my shit, man. Watch out. Some shit I wasn't trying to hear, bro. Some shit I wasn't trying to hear. I'm gonna do my job, and if you need me to do something this way and that way, I'm gonna do it. But like, in a day like that, why wouldn't I got my Uncle Remus or they took too long with your Taco Bell, man, I'm finna eat my food, bro. You can miss me.
It was one time Portillo's. It was so funny. I was on beef. I'm making the beefs, and one of the assistant GMs.
How was you making your beef?
According to him, he thought I was overstuffing them.
They ain't like your ass. You was overly stuffing fries, beef.
But no, what was crazy is he then went and got a scale, and he was like, "We finna weigh these."
And it was under.
No, they were all perfectly weighed. Like they were legitimately weighing out at the exact number of what they should be on the thing. And he was like, "You're doing a great job. I thought you were," and I was like, "See, I know what I'm doing."
when your
That's so
manager a
crazy.
jackass and you prove him wrong, you should get a raise immediately.
Yep.
Pulling out a scale is insane.
He just had it in his car because he got a sad business.
ain't
Selling that
nothing
stuff.
better than somebody trying to act. No, that shit right. Stupid ass.
You know what they say about when you assume
Make
Make
ass out of you and me.
and me.
every time.
He ain't know he thought he had some.
So fucking old.
I feel like a lot of some managers, they just kind of I think they do too fucking much.
Mm-hmm.
They treat the job as if like they the owner.
It's a
Damn near.
fine line between being a good manager and being overdoing
But
it.
do
as
you
a
ever
manager.
look at those type of people and be like, that's probably why they manager? Because like you
Yeah,
have to
some
act
people
a
have
certain
that
way.
personality
Yeah,
where
you
like
really do.
if I am the owner of a restaurant, I kind of want that type of person running the show.
Yeah.
Because then you have less mistakes and so on and so forth. It's just as bad for the people underneath that person.
I feel like I
Yeah,
like
want
more
the
personable.
balance.
I like
Yeah.
personal managers who can also
Because if
those
you
have
piss
been-
off my chef, we
Yeah.
out. We fucked.
Yeah, I think that's why certain restaurants have high turnover rates because your management team is dickheads.
or
Yeah.
Kay Cunningham is their point guard.
but then they also be going to the playoffs.
I think
I'm joking.
I'm
You
thinking
know we
about
gotta love
the
him, man.
manager when I went to
Yeah, because remember when
One of the little
when
department
Big Stu
stores
got
or
his ass
whatever.
dunked on. Cost.
one of those like department stores, and I asked some lady to help me like where the fitting room at or whatever. And I did my thing, and I came out, and one of the managers that came over
Wait,
there.
you did your thing. What you doing there?
I just see if the clothes had fit.
Oh,
That's what you do in the fitting room.
I've seen some things done in fitting rooms before, bro.
I was by myself, so unless if I was doing some solo
Hey,
stuff.
that's even worse, though.
But anyways, I came out, and one of the managers came over there, and she's like, did anybody help you? And I'm like, yeah, the lady over there. She said, which one? What did she say to you? And like, she's asking me questions to make sure that the lady did her job. And me not trying to get anybody in trouble, like, yeah, she did everything she needed to do, whatever. But it's just like,
Tyler going crazy.
it's probably
What, he got
good
his
to
hair
have a
done again?
manager that's
Yeah.
just like on top of everything for you.
You crazy,
Him
bro.
and Jules going crazy.
Drop it in the chat.
You funny as hell.
What y'all been up to? I feel like I ain't talked to y'all.
Nothing really. Just been chilling.
Anything
ain't-
new?
Nah, I ain't been up to nothing new. Like,
No
I ain't really-
dates? No nothing? No food reviews?
nah. I mean, I still have a Disney review I gotta edit.
Damn, you think,
That shit was
man,
6 months ago, bro.
get on your shit, man.
I know.
Go to your shit. What you be doing? Take us through the average day of Darrick. On a Monday, when we got linear, what is your day like?
Wake up whenever Ivy wake up.
So you wake up whenever she wake up.
Yep. Which is probably around 8:39.
Yeah, that's the life of a parent, low key. You be wanting that extra time, but you can't get that
No,
extra time.
I'm saying, is it ever a time where she oversleep and you still wake up at 8:30, or you wake
Yeah.
up whenever she wake
Whenever
up?
I hear Dada.
So even if she sleeps till 10, you sleep until 10.
Yep.
Damn. Okay. You the same way, or do you have like a restricted time?
My body wakes me up at 8:30 every day, or
Yeah.
in that like 10-minute frame.
Same.
Well, he says his daughter doesn't wake up
She
making
doesn't.
noise.
If I showed you the ring, I'm gonna show you the ring camera right now.
And she just
She
wakes up
doesn't
and
make
sits
a
there.
noise.
Yeah.
No, but he also is saying that even if she sleep longer, though, he still get
Yeah.
up 8:30. That's why I'm asking you.
No, yeah. I'm definitely like an alarm. Or like if I were to sleep, I may wake up around 9:30, 10.
Okay.
If I just sleep naturally.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She just would lay in bed and look at the door, waiting for you to come through the door.
Oh,
Oh wow.
that's how my dog is. Penny just
Wake up and just
sometimes she'll wake up and like be antsy, but she'll wake up and look, and I'll see her and I'll just like lay back down. She'll just lay back down.
what time does she wake up?
Dogs are weird, man. They don't have. My dogs don't. They sleep, but they don't sleep.
They don't. Right. They feel like they don't.
Like
sleep.
They always up when like whenever
I-
you're
Anytime
up,
I
you're
move,
up.
she
Yeah.
move.
exactly
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So when Ari and Dana up getting ready, she'll look up and whatever.
I don't know if I've ever seen my dog's eyes closed for more than 2 minutes at a time.
Oh no, Donut will like shut down. He like damn near like will give himself a bedtime. Like
Yeah,
if you try to take Donut outside too
He's
late,
just like, nah.
he'll like
See,
just
nah.
he'll just lay there and like
Penny
not
ain't
want to
like
get
that.
up.
Man,
She
you
You know
falls
they be
asleep in
sleep
my
when
office,
like
but-
you call them out and they don't even get up. They just raise
Yes.
their head up a little bit.
And I'm just like, bro, get up.
Koba-
I'm taking you out.
Koba's
I'll
on
have
go
to.
all time.
Yes.
You say his
Same.
name, he is ready.
Penny,
Nah,
she
sometimes
get
I have to
up
like
and she do the
force
same
Donut
little
to go
stretch.
outside.
She put her arms out, can do the stretch, and she say, "That's right."
What's the rest of that day like though?
Yeah.
It's so from around 8:30 to 5. I'm usually
No,
just
ain't no
taking-
8:30 to 5. That's a big ass gap, brother. We said take us through the day.
Hey, that is all of the
Hey,
day.
From 8:30 to 5, you just missed
No, I'm saying that's
8 hours of action. What are you doing?
That's what I'm about to. I'm usually taking care of Ivy from around 8:30 to 5.
What's involved in that?
Watching her, like just make it. I feed her at around 1:30.
Damn. So from
No,
8
breakfast. We eat breakfast.
Take us through the day. Take us through the day.
It's hard to go through. Breakfast is usually right when she wakes up around 8:39. I
Which
start
is?
making breakfast. Well, sausage, pancakes, eggs, oatmeal,
Every
fruit.
day.
Damn, she
Some-
better than me.
No. Those are just like things that we
Yeah.
eat.
I'm saying every
Let's-
day you
yeah.
got a mixture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Maybe even like rice.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can have rice. I don't make grits. I'm just not a grit guy.
You're missing out.
Like, you're not
chorizo.
making a grits type of guy? Because I know
No, I don't
you'll
make
definitely
grits.
eat some
I
grits.
love grits.
Oh, my
I'm
man.
not making grits.
I'm right with you.
Yeah.
My grits do not turn out like
Yeah,
my
my
mama's.
mom. I cannot make grits
I don't
how
know
certain
why.
restaurants or like my mama make.
My
them.
mom
So,
would be like, it's so simple. I'd be like,
shit. No, I don't know why I can't find a consistency with them.
Yeah.
I have made good grits before, But like to say I'm making them good every time, it's
I'm
very
right
hard.
with you, brother. I'm right with you.
I was like that
love
with
grit
rice
stuff.
too until I got a rice maker, and then it was like,
So we need a grit maker.
yes,
You
yes.
just light bulb went off. That's the next thing. We
So
make
you
a grit
eat
maker.
breakfast.
Then brushing the teeth.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm here for. Walk us through the day. I ain't say run us
Does
through
she
the
like
day.
getting her teeth brushed? I know some kids hate it.
Sometimes not. A lot of times, no.
Does she have the motor skills to try it herself yet?
Sometimes she'll be.
Because that
she'll
was the
reach-
shit for Avery.
Yeah, she reaches for the toothbrush, but like she doesn't know how to brush her teeth.
Right,
I
right.
think she's more so just chewing on it.
Okay.
Um,
Because, yeah, Avery used to hate it, and then she got to the point where she can do it. So we'll do her 2 minutes, and be like, your turn, and she'll do it for 20 seconds of doing
Yeah.
nothing, but she thinks she really brushing.
Yeah, Ivy definitely tries to do it, but I don't think she fully understands how to do it. I don't even like when you're brushing her teeth. It's crazy. They like try to fight you damn near sometimes. Like they try to keep their mouth shut.
When she does that, what do
Or
you
like
do?
she like bites on the toothbrush.
What do you do when she does that?
So let it go. Or like I just kind of I tell her she'll
Have you had the boss up on it yet?
no.
Ah.
Like the dentist.
It'll start soon.
The dentist or either her pediatrician, one of them had told us that like you may have to like lay her on the floor and like put her in
Damn.
between your legs and like really like open up her.
Oh, okay. I'm picturing what you're saying.
And like
yeah.
and I was like, I haven't had to do that yet, and I'm glad I haven't had to do that because I don't want to force her to do anything she don't want to do. Obviously, I know she needs to brush her teeth.
The
but
Mickey Mouse teeth brushing song does wonders in the household of the Beachems.
there's a Mickey Mouse teeth brushing
It's
song?
exactly 2 minutes long, and you brush the whole 2 minutes.
Oh,
Avery loves it.
she knows the toothbrushing noise from Miss Rachel, like the ch-ch-ch.
Mm.
Like whenever we say brush your teeth, she goes ch-ch-ch.
When I say a boss up on it, it's like y'all at Angie family house or your family house, and you like, hey, get down, mama. Don't get down. You know, they like to act. They
Yeah.
like to act out at their grandma house. and
Oh,
some
yeah.
Shit. Hey man, I said get your ass down. You have to do that yet?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
She's pretty good at grandma's house. She just runs around. Grandma pretty much let her do what she want to do.
Yeah, that's exactly
So.
why they be hard headed over there.
So then after that, we typically in the living room, either watching what I want to watch, or either I'll have on Elmo or Miss Rachel
Yeah.
or something like that. And then we usually sitting in there until around 1:30. Depending on how she's feeling, it might be snack time or lunchtime. And then a little bit after that is usually around nap time, around 2:15ish.
So that's
And
supposed to
then-
be your time you edit right there. What you do, get on the game?
That or either I just sit down,
Yeah.
or either I go get something to eat.
Go
And
get
then-
something to eat. How?
What you mean? Angie's home.
Oh, Angie home.
Oh, she's just working from
Yeah,
home.
she just
Okay.
work.
Okay.
So
Finna say, but you a bad motherfucker.
no.
Hey,
She got the camera on.
I'll
I'll
be
take that.
right back.
No.
Patello's got a 2-for-1.
No, I ain't that type. I would never leave my baby.
No,
home.
I was
That's-
just joking.
Some parents would do that. Though.
I ain't know if you took her in the back. I don't know nobody else leaving their kid. I damn near don't leave. I don't leave my dog. So I damn sure ain't leaving my kid. Maybe if it was a boy. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Now, one mom did some fucked up shit recently. She went on a trip to Puerto Rico and left her kid in the bed.
Who?
This mom.
It sounded like you said my mom.
I definitely heard my mom.
No,
Yeah.
this mom. She had left her kid.
I definitely heard my
No,
mom.
Me too.
My mom don't have any kids. She's too old.
Hello? You're her. You're her kid.
I'm saying recently. She can't leave me in the bed. I said this mom recently left her kid in the bed and went on a trip to Puerto Rico.
You just said my mom doesn't have kids. My mom, she literally has kids if she's named mom.
She doesn't have any current kids.
Okay.
She doesn't have any young kids.
Young
You're her
kids.
current
Yes,
kid.
yeah,
Young
you're literally her
kids.
current kid. She's got like 4 current kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, the parenting life ain't really that glamorous. It's like hanging out. Me and Avery just hang out. Like our girls are together doing wedding stuff.
Yes.
So Suzanne's sister's there, and I gotta take her home, and me and Avery just gonna hang out. She got a new every month she got this month subscription of like school shit.
Yeah.
It's like ABC, just random. It's a box that got her name on it, so she's
Yeah,
always
okay.
happy about it. That just came in yesterday, so I'm assuming I'm gonna do that for like 4 hours straight.
So Reagan's able to babysit?
Yeah, Reagan's 16.
Yeah, that's good. I wish I had somebody that I can trust at home with Ivy
I ain't
sometimes.
say I trust her.
I just don't have. I just really.
I'm just talking.
Yeah, I really wish I had those type of resources. I just
These
don't really
new
have-
age
Your
kids are
nieces and
different, though.
nephews,
Why you said that?
they
my
still
niece,
young.
My niece is
They energy.
my niece. She's 16, 17 now.
That's around that age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't take just me trusting. It has to be both.
True.
So
It took a while for us to trust anybody.
Yeah,
with Avery outside
absolutely.
like I
of
knew it took y'all a while to even like get a nanny.
Mhm.
So like it's
What age was you watching your niece and nephew?
shit when I was young.
Yeah.
You were like 10 and they was
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I always had the experience of watching kids. So like I'm definitely was like,
It's just we have this different luxury.
yeah.
Like our parents didn't really have that at the moment.
They
had
Like my
so-
mom had me, and then she went to work like a week later.
Yeah.
And luckily we had my grandma.
Yeah.
So grandma took care of
And
us.
my
but, like,
gran-
a
my
lot of parents
grandma,
don't have
yeah.
it.
It's Taisha than you.
4
6
years.
or 4?
Yeah.
And luckily I was the baby. So like my mom kind of did have that luxury to where like my sisters could watch me.
Yeah.
Because like they were grown. They
Right.
were
Yeah.
20.
Right.
Yep.
So hey, I'm going out. I'm leaving him home. Or like she'll take me to my auntie house. It used to be crazy. I was telling my sister, we was talking about it. I was like, Mama used to take me to Cynthia's house and then just disappear, like just leave, and
That's-
didn't even tell me I was spending the night. She would just leave,
Oh, I was
and I
gonna
would
say.
just like,
Roscoe had her in
That's crazy.
When my mom would
in
go
a
to
dinner.
work,
Oh, okay.
my mom worked in the city.
You crazy. Tell me, oh, okay. Yeah, he had that cheesecake. La Meridian. Derek, like, damn, I wish I could get some Buffalo Blast. You ever seen that baby boy?
No.
Jody mama finna go on a date. He like, Mama, bring me back one of them cheeseburgers with extra cheese. You know how I like it.
no.
He grown as hell, though. You was a little kid. He was grown as hell.
You also think about the community aspect for us too. Like people across the street, we trusted each other. So
Yeah.
if somebody had to go, all the kids just come to our
Yes.
house, all the kids go to their
My
house.
I used to definitely, our next door neighbor Clara. I used to definitely spend a lot of time at her house.
Right.
Yeah.
My mom used to definitely be able to leave me over there. or-
Absolutely.
If I-
Ontario little sisters used to come to our house, and my sister watched them.
Yeah, I just don't feel like you have that now at our age. For
Nah,
whatever
I-
reason, it
I
kind
had
of
to
just
go
went
to
over.
my grandma's house.
Is that a city thing? Is that just like a city
Nah,
thing versus
because
a suburb
me and
thing?
Ontario was Ontario.
Oh well, yeah, y'all were in the burbs.
Yeah, I think
think
it's who is your neighbor type thing.
Oh,
You
I think
gotta
it's-
have some type of rapport, familiarity. You know, Ontario parents and my mom both from out west. It was a normal thing, and you just had that bond where it's just like y'all got eggs, y'all got this, y'all got that. I think it also helped that me and Ontario was like best friends.
because
but-
like I was at the park yesterday.
Yeah. Which
and
one?
I was
By you?
DCP.
Oh, DCP.
And I was like, what is that? Like Ivy was like, she like played with this. Her and this little boy was like playing, and I was like, what are the odds of me? What if I became friends with that other family? Would I ever like trust them to watch her?
Maybe eventually.
And I
'cause
was like, how long would that even take? Like, I
Long
know
time.
it would take a long time.
Long time, for
But I
sure.
was like, that would just be weird. I was like, that's crazy that you could probably form a relationship with someone at a park just from y'all kids playing together. And like,
honestly, that's what a lot of parents did. I would assume, and it's like extracurriculars too.
Yeah.
My son and your son on the same basketball team. I see you every day because we
Yes.
come to these games, and then they cool. So inevitably, we got to at least interact in some way.
Yeah.
Because if they gonna be best friends, he might want to spend the night at your house, and I got to vet you, and vice versa.
do you think you'll be that social at like a park? To like,
I want to be. I'm just not
Yes.
that yet.
yeah.
I'm just not that yet at all. Because people are scary, gang. I
No,
ain't gonna
yeah.
lie to you.
It
I know
is.
97% of people are good people.
Yeah.
But you don't want to
that
be in that
3%.
3%.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't
a
want
high
to meet
percentage.
somebody.
Yeah.
I'm a sociable person, and I ain't got 97%.
Yeah. I just,
Yeah, I'm
it's
probably
hard for me
being
to
really
find
optimistic.
anybody that I would like fully trust.
At least at this
right now, yeah.
age, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
You-
I trust 0% at that age.
You would
My-
hope.
you got to be cool with my kids and spend the night when motherfucker can be independent.
I just hope that my house is the spend a night house. It's in
Okay.
my roof, so I ain't got to worry about
Same,
nothing. Because I
same.
know I am a good person,
Same,
so they
yeah.
kids ain't got to worry about. We gonna protect your kids within our house, but I can't say the same for.
The only
Her
thing
friends.
about that, because I think about this a lot, I don't like the responsibility of having other people's kids because I don't know what they allow their kids to do. That's my
sure.
only thing.
Yeah.
Me and Dana have talked about that before, and I'm like, I just don't know. Because in my house, it's going to be ran a certain way, and if you allow your kid to do whatever, then I kind of don't want the responsibility because you won't be able to do whatever.
I
My
told
house
y'all-
will be open,
Yeah.
but you have to have rules.
I told y'all, like, because Reagan spends the night at the house all the time, and her friends be there too. I tell them right up front, like, I got a few rules, and it's to shoes off at the door. Don't put your feet on my couch and just respect my shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And you got to say hi to everybody. You
Yeah.
got to You can't walk into my house and not acknowledge me, motherfucker. I pay the
Don't
mortgage.
put your feet on the couch. That's crazy.
How's that crazy?
That's why somebody want to lay down.
There's a floor. Go to the bed. I don't want feet on my. You just let anybody come in your house and put their feet on your couch.
Nah, but I mean,
That's what I mean.
If it was somebody like
He
that I
actually has
know,
a different couch. So your couch is made to put my feet on because I'm reclining. They let out
Yeah.
the thing.
the other
Yeah,
couch
that's
too, it doesn't
different.
recline. But if somebody's like, I mean, it's some not totally random. If a stranger, that's one thing. But if like somebody I knew came over
I
and
get
they was
what
like,
you're
let
saying,
me
Mike,
lay
'cause
down
that
on the
wouldn't
couch.
be one of my
that
first
wouldn't be
rules,
my
but-
like thing that I was like. But to each his own, and like that's his house. So
Yeah.
Like my couch has
I
two
also
chases.
never went
where,
to your
like,
house to put my feet on there, so it
Yeah.
ain't that big of an issue, I guess.
Yeah, not many people. Kids more do it than adults.
Yeah,
You know,
like
for sure.
I know Avery. Like when she came over, she was like running on the couch. I was like, hey, I'm like, can
Yeah,
we stop?
she's not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I'm like,
But she in a new environment, so she just said, forget the rules.
You want to let him talk to your daughter like that?
Yeah, because she's not doing something. If she's
No, I
doing
was just
something she's
talking
not
shit.
supposed to, hell yeah.
I think
running on the
that's my
couch is one of my
favorite,
one of the most things that gives me anxiety. Because I'm
They
just
can fall.
like, yeah, they can fall, and I'm just like, and
you
my
don't
couch
want
is big.
somebody else's kid to fall.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You're responsible for somebody else's kid.
I think the funniest question, like I see people ask like little kids when they doing something bad or something like that. Is like, you do that at your own house? Because that shit can tell a lot.
That's
honestly.
that's
Can
my
you do
go-to
that at your
line.
own
Not
house?
even at your own house, but like your mama know you. Even with Ari, I go straight to that. Boom, boom. Your mama gonna let you get that? 'Cause you can have whatever you want. You can have that cake if you want.
I do
but-
that with my own kid. She come in with applesauce. I'm like, what your mama say?
Yeah, I don't want to hit nothing. So
Ivy has learned what a snack drawer is. So now she be like,
Oh, yeah.
she'll run to the
that's
kitchen
Darrick
and
daughter.
open the pantry
No DNA.
and just grab some and bring it to you. She don't even know if it's a snack. She'll just grab whatever. She'll grab a box
cat
of cake
food
mix
or some shit.
She'll grab a box of cake mix and be like, snack? And I'll be like, no, why would you even in there?
That's funny.
And they just get quiet sometimes too. Like,
That's when you know something wrong.
yeah, that's
Yep.
when you know they didn't try to do
That's
something.
when you know something wrong. When it's quiet, you should always be hearing something.
I used to be so afraid of that. So like, if it was just me and Avery, and then this is when she's younger, I would tell her, sing me a song, and then I'll go to the bathroom. Because if she's singing, then obviously things is
yeah.
going well. So sing me that Miss Rachel song again, and I'm gonna go pee real quick. And I know she's okay.
But it do ever be the other way around? Like, so when the kids be in my house and like I don't hear shit or like maybe they're just chilling or whatever, I'll be like, man, it's too quiet. And I'll run to the other room and it'll be like, they're just like doing nothing. Or they're literally taking care of their
iPad.
business
Chilling,
or whatever.
yeah.
I was like, bro, some shit going on in here.
Sometimes there's a show that really takes Avery
Yeah.
out, and I'll be like, I don't know if you should be locked in this much. You get this episode, then we're gonna turn this off and let's go do something
Movies have really done that to Ivy lately. For some reason, certain movies, like, they catch her attention. I remember we was sitting down watching Lion King one day, and she was, like, locked in to the point to where she was even getting jump scares at the jump scares. And I was like,
Is there any is it all animal movies? Is it colorful movies?
I think it's the songs and
Okay.
the movement, and I think it's the songs mostly. that
definitely
really
the songs
hooked
for
her.
Avery too.
Yeah. Because, like, she was watching Moana yesterday, and, like, you could definitely tell that the songs in Moana was, like, they hooked her.
The first one or the second one?
I don't know.
The songs in Moana 1 are so elite.
Oh, yeah. I remember, I don't know, when we went to Disney on Ice, when Moana songs was,
Hit, bro.
they were a hit.
Hits.
I'm damn near locked in, and I had never even seen the movie.
Hey.
And I'm just like, damn.
Moana 2 got like 2 or 3 songs as a hit, but like Moana 1, every song that pop up, like ridiculously good,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know how Disney writes such elite songs
Yeah.
for kids. But even like they're so intriguing to us as adults. Too.
Yes. Because when she say I want to listen to some music or listen to a song, and she say Moana, that's the one when I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones, Coco got a couple hits, but I'm not really.
I didn't even know that the demigod was the demigod thing. I heard that she was like, your dad's a demigod. He's out doing demigod. And I was like, demigod? I was like, that's a 2K saying. And
That's funny. The first thing you thought was 2K.
Yeah.
Because like that's where I heard it from. I had never heard of it in like a
demigod
real
in
life
other
setting.
contexts?
God is like Greek.
Yeah,
Greek
I didn't know
mythology.
that.
Doesn't that mean like half human, half god or something?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
So yeah,
That's-
Dwayne The Rock Johnson was a demigod, or is a demigod.
Okay,
Yep. Ari
Who
told
was
me
his
that.
dad?
I don't fucking know.
I forgot his dad.
How the hell is he half God?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know
It's
all
based
the
off
lore.
your appearance, though.
You know for sure. I just don't know all the lore.
Like,
It's a Samoan thing.
I don't know.
No.
I just know that he got them tattoos and they move by themselves. So he gotta have some type of power.
no,
bro.
usually a demigod if it's like your father was Thor or whatever, and your mom was
like
like
Percy Jackson and Lightning Thief.
yeah.
Okay.
Right? That's his name, Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson. His dad was
Zeus.
Poseidon.
Poseidon. Who
Yeah.
I'm talking about some Zeus.
The
Yeah.
Greek mythology thing was. I remember Mr. Downey had a Greek mythology unit. I hated that shit.
Really?
I hated it.
I kind of like that.
Greek
that
mythology
a
is so
little bit.
cool.
You
I
was
thought it was the.
You wasn't 14.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
I was 14.
Yeah, yeah. Because
No, I'm saying that's probably why you hated it. As a
Yeah.
grown man,
I mean,
you
when I
probably
read the
been-
Percy Jackson books, I was probably like 14 or something.
Yeah, when he wanted to introduce, that was probably the worst units
know
I
they
had
got
in
the
high
show.
school.
Really?
I have to be interested into it to a certain degree, and Greek mythology was just some bullshit to me. I just did not, I could not lock into it. I didn't understand all the gods.
That's
and-
fair. Yes,
and-
it is a
You
lot.
just got.
Yeah.
I feel like the way I got into it was the books, like the Percy Jackson books for
Probably,
sure.
if it was for the books, I probably would be the same way. But them books was really good. And then they came out with the movie. It wasn't good, bro. It was at least entertaining enough for me to watch.
I've seen the first two.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever did the third movie.
They had
There
little.
was never a two.
My
I just know
favorite
they
scene,
had the
though-
show drop too as well, and I watched that. It was pretty good.
I didn't know there was a show at all.
I'm a demigod. Y'all ain't know that. Seriously. Fuck is you laughing at?
Who yo did?
Huh?
Who are you the son of?
God killer.
That's hilarious.
guard.
Hell no.
What can I say?
Shout out Guard Killer though. That's it. I think that's where we wrap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all watching or listening to this episode of Numbers on the Board. Again, check out Teed Up's newest episode with Ty Jerome. Darrick said he was talking to some people last week about starting the show. I don't know if they've talked again, but
That
maybe
dry ass
that's-
response he gave on people.
Either way, we
Oh.
appreciate y'all,
They
and
just
we'll
knocked
see
that ball
y'all
off the rim.
on Tuesday. Peace.